What's good? What's good? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Ryan from the Six. Got another one, man. We got another one. We recapping the weekend, sprinkling some news, sprinkling some future fights, sprinkling a debate, a little bit of everything, man. Unfortunately, James Tony won't be able to join us. He had a death in his family, so condolences to that man. My condolences from my family to his. And I hope they get everything squared away, man. You never want to hear about that. So it's an unfortunate situation for him, man. And I just hope he's good. But we'll catch him. We'll catch him on another day, man. Shout out to James Tony for even keeping love with me, showing love to the channel, showing love to everybody. He really a down to earth dude, man. So shout out to him. But smash that like button, like Ann Wolf when you come in, yo.
Not really fight her.
Oh, big right hand. One punch. That is it. Forget about the count. It is over.
And yeah, man, we got my guy Kevin. He gonna co-host with me today. We gonna talk a little bit about Berlanga and Caleb Plant. He's a big Berlanga guy. I'm a Plant guy. Now I wouldn't say I'm a Plant guy. I just think Caleb Plant would beat him, you know what I'm saying? But we'll talk about that. We'll see what y'all thinking. It should be a good show, man. Honestly, shout out to everybody who tuning in. I really appreciate y'all. Let's start it off, man. I mean, he gonna come in soon, but my man James Tony, he won't be in attendance because he had a death in his family, as I said earlier in the show. But this is what I was gonna play from him if he came in, yo.
Now I'm gonna enjoy it with some Burger King. Here I come, baby! Burger King! Burger King! Yo! And talk to Bob Bear, cause he's my man. Don King kiss my ass. Go! Get Julie Jackson in here, baby. That'll be the only way I stay down. Julie.
Yeah, man. Now I think that was actually, I think that was after he fought Mike McCallum. Rest in peace to Mike McCallum, man. Great Jamaican boxer, the body snatcher. I think that last time I was talking to James Tony on my show, he said that was his toughest fight. I thought the Roy Jones was, but he said nah. He said Mike McCallum was definitely his toughest fight. So shout out to him, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Do the roll call. We got Dub in the building. WJ, what's going on, bro? Got my guy Ty in the building. You know what it is. L Dub Boxing. Make sure y'all go check him out. He got a great channel too. My guy Jeff in the building. What's going on, man? From Nova Scotia, all the way up east. And my guy Chad from Canada. Nah, good to see everybody, man. I really appreciate y'all. But yeah, man, let's jump into some of these topics, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Plant, he dropped the ball, man. He dropped the ball, man. And it's unfortunate that now we talking about a rematch. But this is what happens when you get these fights where these guys are thinking ahead, man. Not thinking about the guy in front of them. This is what happens. But Reséndiz, shout out to him, man. Shout out to Manuel Robles. Honestly, he's one of them trainers who he on an upset train. I mean, he don't win every fight, but he one of them guys, if you see across the corner, you got to be like, man, I might be in for a night because, I mean, he had the Andy Ruiz upset. That was a big one. He had the Espinoza upset against Robesi. He's coaching him for that fight. So, I mean, he's been in a few upsets before, and he's done a great job, Manuel Robles, and Reséndiz added to that list of upsets that he's had because he's a good coach, man. I like Manuel Robles. I'll try to get him on the show one time. He's a good guy. I actually have his number. He trains Boachuk as well too. I know my brother, he want to spar with Boachuk, so shout out to Emmanuel for that, man. But yeah, what's next for Caleb Plant? That's the big question. I think Caleb, he's gotta do it, man. He's gotta do that rematch. He had it in the contract. I think I don't know how y'all feel, but I felt like he never really got out of gear, maybe two. Like he never turned it up. And I know a lot of us know Caleb Plant as not being a second half fighter. He's more like he gets out in the front in the first half and he gasses out in the second half. But in this fight, man, it looked like he didn't get out of second gear at all. Like he never really got rhythm of the fight, man. And it was a poor showing by him. And a lot of people giving you know, Steven Edwards, his trainer, a lot of heat right now, man. A lot of heat. Shout out to my dude Adam in the building. What's going on? He said Caleb will be back in sure. Yep. He's only 32. He got time to fight till they're 40s. Yeah, I know these days these guys be fighting for a little bit longer than usual. But what I will say about Caleb Plant is that he's a good fighter, man. He's got the technique. He's slick, but maybe those last two losses that he had, Benavidez, maybe it was the Benavidez fight, took a lot out of him because even in the McCumbee fight, in the beginning of the fight, he looked a bit shaky, right? Like he got dropped early in that fight. I mean, Diego Pacheco will really show us where McCumbee's at, but I don't know, man. I think that maybe Caleb Plant was in too many wars, and then I look at him like he was really only in the wars with Canelo and Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? Like all the other fights, he looked really good in. The Durrell fight he was good in. When he won his title, he was good in. And then a lot of people say, "Well, look at his opposition. It's not really great." And I'm like, "Damn, man! Like I like Caleb Plant, but some people got a good idea, man, of him. Like he not really." Like he hasn't really showed us that on that level. You know what I'm saying? Like Caleb Plant to a degree, you know, hasn't really fought anybody since he got to the Canelo fights and the Benavidez fight. And then it was like, all right, he never really won the big fight. So I mean, we got to look at Plant in that way, but I don't want to, but we got to, man. Jeff said he gave Plant one round, man. Damn, tough critics out here. Adam said Reséndiz outmotored him, but that's a young, strong dude in Reséndiz. Nah, no doubt, man. But they had sparred before, so they had history. They were familiar. Chad said he lost his biggest fights. Yeah, yeah, man. He never. I mean, he looks good in the Canelo fight early, but then he got stopped late, man. I like Ness's idea of Plant and Billy. Yeah, coming to Canada, yo, that'd be good. Go on the road, but I just don't think the PBC will let Caleb Plant walk like that. I think they got a good relationship with Caleb Plant, man. It's gonna be tough for him to go somewhere else and fight. He said, Benevolence will do that to you. Yeah, man. But it's kind of crazy too, because like Benavidez never stopped Plant, but we're gonna see how Morrell looks, if that's real, man. All that beating on your hands, beating you down. Yeah, Ryan, everything before Canelo was soft. Yeah. I mean, when you look at Caleb Plant's resume, you can't help but you know what I'm saying, see that. I think Caleb just can't handle Mexicans. Yo, I heard that one too, man. I heard that one too. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Caleb, man. But you know what I'm saying? The one Mexican helped him out, right?
Oh, look at this guy.
That guy. He helped out Caleb, man, big time. Oh man. Adam said Caleb versus Jermall is actually a good fight though. Yeah, man, that was supposed to be the next fight. But we don't know what's gonna happen now, right? Because Caleb lost, so he had a rematch. So you know what I'm saying. You know, he said, "Oh yeah, Gosling looked good in 8 rounders, but everyone else turned trash after violence." Nah, Vosdick. Yeah, Vosdick was probably the few. Like he looked all right in that fight. He hasn't been back since though either. Vosdick. Nobody was watching 168 before Plant before Canelo moved. That's true. That is true. Yep. We weren't really watching 168 until Canelo got there. That's facts. Yeah, you know what you get. You're gonna get Tank Davis around here, Chad. But guess who was me? The Plant Triox fight was one of the most uninspired fights ever. Damn, I didn't know he fought him, man. Like, see what I'm saying? Like, Plant, I don't really know his resume at 68. Somebody would have to fill me in, but maybe even Bek the Bully? That'd be a good fight too. But Bek the Bully just got a big win, so you gotta figure Bek the Bully is looking for a big fight next. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's looking for a big fight. Shout out to my dude, man. Dr. Boxing Talk in the building. Make sure y'all go check him out, man. He live Monday to Friday. He do a morning show at 8 a.m. and you do an evening show too. So shout out to Dr. Boxing Talk. Good dude, man. And Alberto, I never gave you your flowers, bro. Welcome to the chat, man. Thanks for coming through, bro. Appreciate you. C Wood, what's good, man? In the building. And he said Bek for sure. Y'all, yeah. I mean, Plant and Bek the Bully would be a good fight, but I think Bek the Bully might beat Plant at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, Plant couldn't really handle that Reséndiz work. Bek the Bully, he's a little bit he's awkward with his punches, man. Ryan, you didn't miss nothing. I want Bek versus Canelo. Why not? Man, maybe, man. Bek versus Canelo. You know what I'm saying? But it looked like Turkey Al-Sheikh trying to position his guy Hamza Shiraz for Canelo, you know what I'm saying? But we'll see how that one goes. Yeah, Caleb definitely losing a step or 3. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Caleb Plant, man. He looking like this guy.
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that?
My back is broken.
What, a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Yeah, man. Nah, I appreciate you, Doc. C. Wood said, thing is, Reséndiz got stretched by Elijah Garcia in 8 rounds. Yeah. That was crazy. And then, Kyron Davis beat him. Elijah Garcia, and then Kyron Davis, he got destroyed in the, you know what I'm saying, the fight there. In the lead off to the card, man, Yo-Yo beat him. We're going to talk about that later, but yeah, man, Plant is deactivated temporary. Nah, you're right, bro. Plant didn't look that good, man. He didn't. I think Bek should fight Reséndiz. That'd be a good fight. But I think the PBC, they're going to try to, make sure that rematch gets settled, man. They're not going to let Reséndiz just walk off with that. You know what I'm saying? They got to get it back, man. Caleb Plant, he want it back. Yeah, bro. Yeah, deactivated out of order, he said. Facts, yo. Yeah, Kyron needs a lifeline. Nah, man, Kyron was looking crazy out there, and it's even more nuts for me because, I picked Kyron to win, so it was like, oh, man, this is not looking too good at all. This sucks. But, hey, it is what it is, man. That's boxing, right? Happens to the best of them. Shout out to Yo-Yo Hernandez. He's definitely a real one, man. I didn't know about him, but he answered all them questions, bro. He answered all of those questions. But yeah, let me see if I can open up the chat here on X, because we got some people over here. But nah. Yeah, so Plant, what's going on, man? Jonathan Matthews, welcome, bro. Oh, man, get you your sirens, bro. That's messing up. He said, what up with Tio Duck and Haney, man? Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We haven't gotten there yet, but yeah, Teofimo Lopez was on that crazy stuff. Yeah, Jeff said Tony Weeks stopped that fight way too early. Yeah. You know what? Tony Weeks, he been on something since he was involved in that Badu Jack massacre with Marcus Brown. It seems like he's been, been very cautious with these fighters. But yeah, I guess that's what that does to you. But you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him now. Let's talk about Jermall Charlo, man. What y'all think about Big Charlo, man? Jermall Charlo versus Plant. Is it off now? I think it's off the table for now. So we gotta talk about what Jermall can do. You know what I'm saying? I think in the ring, he's number 2 now. Y'all know how I feel about the WBA, man. They be doing some weird stuff around these ends. And somehow they got my man Jermall Charlo ranked at number 2 with a win over Lamana. Yo, that makes no sense to me. And I'm not even a hater, man. I like Jermall. But he hasn't fought in how long? And he's never fought in the division. All these guys like Darius Fulghum, Edgar Berlanga, Caleb Plant. They've all fought at 68 the last whatever how many years. Lester Martinez, the same thing, man. And Bektemir, I think he got the spot because he beat Darius Fulghum. I'm not sure where Fulghum was before on this list. It looks like they just updated it. Yeah, on the 31st. So I'm not sure where. Damn, 31st. What the hell? Yeah. So I'm not sure where he was on the list before, but you know, for sure he was high, right? Like we gotta assume Fulghum was high on the list. That's why he's number 6 now. But I think Lester Martinez should be number 2. You know, Lester Martinez has been putting in work. But yo, I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. Shout out to my guy, man. Shout out to my dude, Ty, bro.
I want my chips with the dip. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips.
Bring them dips, Ty. Bring it. Yo, we got the chips. Shout out to Ty. He said ban for ban challenge, yo. That's what they on. That's what they on. But yeah, man, I think that Bektemir, he deserves the 1 spot for beating Fulghum. But I don't know how I could justify Jermall beating Lamana for 2. You know what I'm saying? Like Lamana wasn't even ranked on this race. I feel like Darius Fulghum was probably, before he lost, he's probably number 4. You know what I'm saying? Or 5. Maybe he was 5 and he swapped with Edgar. But like, I don't know how he could have been. Like, he definitely was in the ranking because he didn't quite move all the way out, right? And Pacheco gonna jump probably to 3 if he beat Trevor McCumbee. Or is that an eliminator? Let me see where Pacheco is also, because I think it might be a WBO eliminator, his fight. But if it is, then, you know, yeah, definitely is, because he's number 1. So his fight's an eliminator. But Trevor McCumbie's not even, okay, I don't understand this. Trevor McCumbie's not even ranked in the BO. Not ranked in the BA. Is it IBF? No, he's not. So what the, how is it an eliminate? Bro, I'm not even gonna try to figure this out because this makes no sense. This is why I'm talking about. Boxing's crazy. Now that I just looked that up. Look, this was supposed to be the eliminator. And Billy and Pacheco, which makes sense because they're both in the rankings. But the BO and the BA, like the BA, Pacheco's in there. So it can't be for the BA. But Trevor McCumbie's not. Bro, I don't know how to make sense of that. This is boxing. This is crazy, man. These dudes, man. They, yeah. They be doing way too much, man. Doing way too much. I don't get how Charlo's ranked 2. He got that little Mickey belt. They gave him that belt. You know, we gotta stop giving all these belts, man. There's something going on. Doc said wherever Fulghum was, it doesn't justify Bektemir being number 1. I'll tell you that. No, I agree, man. I don't think Beck should be number 1 either. I think Lester Martinez should hold the 1 spot. But we know how the WBA is. They love PBC and all these other big promoters. Yeah, man. Charlo is too high as well. Yeah, he is number 2, man. L Dub said, what do you think about Callum Simpson at 68? He's fighting on Prime Video on Saturday. Oh, yeah? He's fighting on the Japanese card? Isn't that what's going on? Oh, no. Saturday, he said. What's going on Prime on Saturday? I thought the Gentle card was on Sunday. Where is Billy in those rankings? Yeah, I think Billy's only in the BC. I think he's only in the BC. He's number 1 in the BC. He's been number 1 in the BC, I feel like, for a while. Doc said, I don't understand how Billy isn't there. He didn't look good against Devchenko, but he's highly ranked and undefeated. Yeah, I think let me go show you the ring rankings. I think the ring rankings, like all of the rankings, whatever for the ring, I think Billy's number 2 or number 1 because Canelo's the champ. Yeah, He's number 1, and Pacheco's number 2 in the ring. You know, got Iglesias number 3, Caleb Plant 4, which I think he should drop down a bit. But then you got Munguia, you got Skull, Vladimir Shishkin. Bruno Saras is in the ring at 8. That's crazy. Edgar Berlanga and Lester Martinez. Okay. I could dig with that for now. But hey, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand it, but yeah, it was that Mick belt. Mick belt. Every time they give Jermall that participation trophy, bro. I don't understand that. We gotta cut that out in boxing. There's too many of those, man. Too many participation trophies, bro. We don't need to be doing all that. L-Dub said McCumbie will likely be ranked in the next WBO rankings to make the eligible for the Pacheco Eliminator. They did the same thing for Soseki when he fought Pacheco. You're right. And I hate how they do that, L-Dub. Like, they'll announce a fight, throw a dude in the ranking. Bro, that's nasty work. Think about, like, the fighters who are not really known, paying sanctioning fees, you know, doing it the right way, taking tough fights. All of a sudden, a dude pops up. Oh, yo, sorry, bro. You're going to lose your ranking because we got to throw this guy in here. Now, all of a sudden, you lost your ranking. Now you're not going to get in a world title shot, man. It's nasty work out here, but that's what boxing is. Yeah, Doc, yeah, and Billy and Derevchenko is finished, unfortunately. What? Nah, man. Billy still got something. I don't think they're coming back the same. Nah, well, Billy fighting. He fighting the end of this month, so we'll see. Yeah, Boxer deal has a deal with Prime Video. Oh, okay. Boxer, okay. Simpson is fighting a hometown stadium fight on Saturday. See, like Boxer, their problem is they be jumping around, man. Because the last time I went to go watch their fight, it was on like a Triller. It was on. I think it was Ben Whitaker. I think it was. It was on Triller, and I was like, "Yo, why they fighting on Triller?" And I still had this subscription for some reason. I forget why. I was watching somebody fight. Anyways, I still had it, so I watched it, but I was confused, man. It's a bit confused, man. I'm bringing my co-host up here, bro. Y'all show love to my guy, Capital Kevin in the building. What's going on, man?
What is going on? You can hear me? We're good?
Yeah, you good. You're still clear.
Wonderful. Good. Sorry I got a little bit late. You know, I had an appointment that went over.
Nah, that's good, man.
I couldn't wait to jump on with you. You've been in my you've been on X talking crazy about my people, man. You know,
that's what everybody says.
Yeah, so you know, I came to regulate like Nate Dogg. You know what I mean? What's up, man? What's the first order?
I'll just finishing here, talking to the people. Shout out to my guy Ty. He said at 160, Canelo took the franchise. Yep, which led to Jermall receiving the WBC belt, 160 now. Yeah, but I don't think beating Cornflake should get him a number 2 spot in the BA, man. It's kind of crazy to me. But
nah, that was pretty wild, Ryan. So that was so check this out. Reséndiz, actually Reséndiz, I thought that was for the regular title. So I know Plant had the interim title, right? So
yeah,
then
he did.
But Reséndiz run the regular because there's no, I did my fact check on this. 168 doesn't have a regular champion for the WBA.
Oh, okay.
So they only have Canelo as a super champion. Now they got the interim. So I was trying to figure out who was the regular, but that was kind of the mix up, is I thought that the title on the line was for the interim, but I believe it also said regular champion. I'm not sure. There's a big mix there. Yeah.
I thought Caleb had the regular.
Nope. WBA interim champion is actually what it was. So I don't know if they gave Reséndiz the interim title or the regular title.
Shoot, they must have gave him the interim and gave Jermall Charlo some. They gave him some.
No. So Charlo has a continental title, WBA continental.
What the flip?
Yeah. Yeah. We did a show on Saturday. We were talking about we were talking about all these titles and whatnot. So that was the big deal. Yeah.
No, that's crazy, man. That's crazy work.
Absolutely.
This is nuts, man. Let's segue into it though. Yo, man, I got him next actually. Shout out to Berlanga.
You know, I'm official
Berlanga
terror
versus
squad, so I
Plant.
gotta put on.
Who wins, man?
Berlanga versus who?
Let's just go Caleb
Shiraz?
Plant.
Oh,
Nah,
Caleb
I'm not
Plant?
even
Oh,
talking
most
about
definitely.
Shiraz.
Most definitely Berlanga. I mean, what are you talking about? Look at look at that picture right there. Look at that right there. Like, dude he's big, he's a star. Like, this dude is media friendly. Like, this is the next star out of the 168-pound division. Charlo has been gone. Let me tell you something. Even when we look at Charlo, I don't see anybody being the A side to a Berlanga fight. I don't see Munguia, a hashtag snack scandal. I don't see Charlo. Them Charlo brothers have never gotten no love, Ryan. You've never seen Swish the House at none of their shows. You've never seen a Paul Wall. You've never seen none of them dudes. You never seen no Fofo sitting on Vovos. You've never seen none of the, like, you've not seen that love, but Berlanga get that Terror Squad love.
Yeah, he do.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my man has gotten a cosign. Look, even I'm getting the love out here. Look, you know, this is compliments of Joey Crack. You know what I mean?
Yo,
Look, man.
this why he talk about Berlanga. He getting paid, man. He on the
Look,
payroll.
Joey, hey man, shoot. If he gonna pay me right. Yeah, man. So I don't see Charlo being an A side to Berlanga. I don't see it. He doesn't have the media coverage. He doesn't have anything right now that would make him I mean, Berlanga has all the momentum in the world. He's big, he's strong. He stayed in there with 12 with Canelo, a guy who relatively his resume is not, you know, there's no high regard. I mean, he's not fought any former world champions that we can, I mean, knocks out a lot of people, but this is what I was telling you in the DMs is he hasn't had the rounds. Like we really disregard Berlanga, but he's got 17 knockouts, and everybody says, well, he's only fought bums. Yeah, but your favorite, all fighters, the first 15 to 20 fights, you fight bums. They're builder fights. You're supposed to win, and if you don't win, that's a problem. They match you up to win. My man actually knocked his people out. Your favorite fighter has not knocked those people out.
He didn't knock out my guy Steve Rose, and that's when I knew he wasn't the truth.
Nah. When he put down Desmond Nicholson several times in that fight, that was the truth right there. Most definitely.
Desmond Nicholson, bro, that was way before the Steve Rose fight. And he won that. He didn't even stop that dude.
So what? Not every fight ends in a stoppage. Your boy Tank knows about that. Not every fight needs to end in a stoppage. Your boy Tank knows about that. We saw what Tank did in his last fight, right? We saw what Tank did with Pitbull Cruz. Well, that's up in the air. Officially on paper, he did not lose, right? But what I'm saying is, did he knock him out? No. Did he knock out Pitbull Cruz? No. There's been a couple guys he ain't knocked out. Yeah, Frank Martin, he knocked out Frank Martin, but who is Frank Martin? Never won a world title. Frank Martin came off a win from Michelle Rivera. That was his best win.
Nah, I got my pick.
Berlanga doesn't need to beat everybody.
No. He not gonna beat everybody. He wouldn't beat Caleb Plant because, bro, you never spoke nothing about his boxing ability. We talking about boxing. My man said A side, Terror Squad.
Let's get there.
Superstar.
I mean, like, I'm talking.
Even say what he be doing in there.
Ryan, we talking about a total package. Pause. You got to say pause after that. Hold on. Look, I'm talking about a total package. A fighter needs to have marketability, right? But let's go into the skills. First of all, we seen what Reséndiz did to Plant. Reséndiz came out of left field. We didn't know what he was about when he fought Plant. We expected Plant to get this fight and win, and Plant did not do that. Plant did what Plant does in Plant fashion. He faded out in the later rounds. He has stamina issues. We didn't see that tight. We didn't see the posture in the shoulder roll. We didn't see the defense. We didn't see the sweet hands and the sweet feet like we always do. We saw a watered down version of Plant, and that's what Reséndiz, like, my man can't handle straight pressure. He can't handle a fighter like Reséndiz and Zepeda who go straight forward and hunt it down.
Berlanga don't fight like that.
You tell me what Berlanga.
Berlanga don't fight like that. He don't fight like that, bro. He
Brother,
not downhill.
if Reséndiz could take care of Plant, what do you think a guy like Berlanga, who's coming in at 190, who's strong, who also is not just a come forward fighter, but has shown some skills. He can make moves. He's a lot more athletic than Reséndiz. What do you think he's
I don't
going to
know
do?
if he
He
is.
will fall.
That's that right there is a
He
debate
will
in itself.
fall. That will be his
Because, like,
demise. He will fall.
Berlanga, he ain't even beat nobody. Probably on
They
Reséndiz
are-
level.
We're talking. Like, let's stop saying that. He's certainly beat people, right? He
Who he
certainly
beat?
beat people.
Now you gotta tell me
And
who he beat.
First of all, okay. Like we
All right, let's
okay.
pull up
Who are we
Bosh.
comparing? We gonna compare to Plant?
Hell yeah, we're gonna compare it to Plant.
Okay, cool.
Even
We're
though
gonna compare
Plant
to
never beat nobody either.
Exactly. So what are we talking
I
about?
know he
Keep going-
beat
keep going
somebody
off the
better
eye
than
check.
I know
Who-
he
yeah,
definitely
alright.
beat somebody better than Berlanga did. That's for sure.
Who?
Oh,
Who?
we gonna pull it up, man.
Yeah, we're gonna pull it up. I'm pulling it up. Yeah,
Like,
I'm pulling it up.
Caleb Plant, he ain't really, even Trevor McCumbee might be better than anybody that Berlanga fought.
Man, stop. Trevor McCumbee, what? What about why? Why would you give Trevor McCumbee any credit for what? What has Trevor McCumbee done?
And what has anybody that's fought Berlanga done?
Berlanga is a bit. So this is what you do, Ryan. This is what y'all do. Y'all, this is what y'all do. Y'all, like, we talking about Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant is an established fighter. You trying to compare him to a guy that's just now building. My dude has 17 first round knockouts. He hasn't even built rounds.
He got the same amount of fights almost as Caleb. What do you mean building?
Yeah.
He ain't no building fighter.
What
You know
mean?
who built
He
him?
hasn't had the rounds. Brother, look at the rounds. Berlanga went 85
Nah.
rounds. What is Caleb Plant? How many rounds Caleb Plant gone? Look,
Oh,
Caleb Plant has 175 rounds.
He ain't no knockout artist though. We don't dub him as that.
No, he's not a knockout artist. No, he's not a knockout artist.
So then why would we
Never been
expect
a
him
knockout
to?
artist.
Why would we expect him to like not go rounds? He's gonna go rounds. That's what Caleb
We
does.
would expect.
That's
we
why
would
I'm saying he
expect a
beat
similar-
Berlanga.
We saw what David Benavidez did to Plant. We would expect a version of that. That's what would happen to Plant, Ryan.
All right, so we're not gonna count Buddy he just fought because we all know that was whatever.
What was that? Tell us what was that, Ryan?
That was
What was
that was
that?
disgusting. That was nasty work, bro. That dude
Okay,
should've-
but that's
that was just to get
Caleb
out of his
Plant.
contract.
So, man,
I'm gonna call that
that's-
that. That was just to get out of his contract.
Wait,
I
which,
get
is
that
this
one.
Berlanga? Oh, this Berlanga. Okay.
Yeah, this Berlanga.
So my man, that's fine. We're not gonna count that he's trying to get out of his
yeah.
contract.
That was get out that match from. All right, I'll allow him with that one.
Cool.
Okay,
Canelo Alvarez.
he gets washed.
Everybody loses to
Cool.
Canelo, right? But he
He
stood
gets
in there
washed.
12 rounds. Now, watch. We got to give him credit. Credit than a lot more of the people. Why? Because
Why?
yeah,
He didn't win a round.
Hold on. You're looking at his resume, right? And what you're saying is that he doesn't have the repertoire, right? He's never fought a former world champion, right? Basically,
but on
his
paper here, he's a championship fighter. He's fought 2 12-rounders before then.
That's fine, but we know that the caliber is not like top 10. We know that the caliber is not top 10. So the fact that my man went in there with Alvarez and stayed in there and actually fought back, he didn't do what Lil Charlo did. He actually went in there
to lose. Is what you're trying to tell me?
He went in there to try to win, but he stayed in there 12
bro.
rounds and he pushed the fight forward. Pushed the fight forward.
Oh
Yes, he
my
does get
goodness.
credit, Jeff. Because if it
We
was
give
that
him
easy,
credit.
he would have got knocked out.
We
Yeah, we
giving
getting
credit.
credit
We giving
Yeah,
credit to
100%.
losers now, fellas.
No,
This is what we doing now.
Guys, this is what y'all do. You were the guy that was saying, oh no, he's probably gonna get knocked out. My man nowhere near getting knocked out, except for that second round
Who?
drop.
Oh, Berlanga?
Berlanga. Yeah.
Nah, bro. I'm not that guy because shoot, what happened here? I'm not that guy because I don't even believe that. Shoot, why is it doing that? I don't even believe that Canelo gonna knock out freaking Bud when he fight him. I just think Canelo's
Okay.
he got that knee brace on. He done.
So
man.
why do you feel like Berlanga would not beat Caleb Plant, especially after what we saw last night? Like we
Yeah,
certainly
because-
smoking on that Caleb Plant pack.
Hell no. Because
Certainly.
I
Yeah,
just don't
certainly.
think he got the
What-
boxing ability. Like it's just not there, man. He
Bro,
relying his power too much.
Reséndiz
He
don't
like-
got the boxing ability. What are we talking
Yeah,
about?
but
Reséndiz is a
Berlanga
come
don't
forward
fight
fighter.
like Reséndiz.
You're right.
Like,
He's
the
a
dude
lot
don't
more
fight like
athletic.
Reséndiz.
He's got more. Yes, he's got more dimensions. You're right. That's why it would make it harder because
Nah, he doesn't have more
Reséndiz is a
dimensions.
come forward fighter and he puts pressure. Berlanga could walk you forward because he's bigger and stronger than Plant. He could maul him, but at the same time, he's got more skills than Reséndiz. That's exactly why he would beat him.
Nah, he ain't got no more skills than Reséndiz. That's where you lost me.
You wild, bro. You wild. Reséndiz. Yo, I can't even.
Y'all telling me skills, man.
Bro, that's
I remember this. I
wild.
remember this fight. I remember Jason Quigley. He went life and death with that dude.
No, he did not go life and death with Jason Quigley.
He did, man. And I know
No, he
Demetrius Andre. Let me see Quigley. I know Demetrius Andre stopped
stop.
Quigley. He stopped him, didn't he?
Man, Quigley had a man. Stop.
There we go. Demetrius stopped him in 2.
Stop,
That's what we
man.
talking about. That's what we talking about.
You capping, bro. You certainly capping.
And then where's the Angulo fight where he bit dude because he was getting pieced up?
Yeah, look. Did he win?
Oh, it was this one right
Did he
here.
win the fight? Did he win the fight?
Oh no, he won. But this is when Top Rank
Oh,
knew
okay,
he
all right.
wasn't him.
Oh,
This one Top Rank dropped him, right? This one they knew
Yeah,
he wasn't him.
Man, they knew that he was him. That's why they
were
want
like,
him back
yo,
now. That's why he's doing a co-promotional deal
we
now.
don't
Instead of
need
being
him.
just an agent fighter, instead of just being a promoted fighter, you know what he's doing? He's partnering up with the promotional companies. So now he gets to work in tandem. He don't get told who to
That's
fight.
what you're supposed to do when you get to that level. Shout out to
But
him.
you know who don't do
I'm not
that?
hating on
Your
that.
man Caleb Plant, who got smoked on Saturday. That's what your mans don't do. My man beat my man. That's what your mans don't do, Ryan. That's
You
what
know
he
my
don't
man
do.
does?
So tell him get his
My man
business
fights.
up.
My man fights former champs and champs, bro.
Who?
My man
Who he
fights
fight?
people.
That guy from Bolivia that we don't know what he doing now?
What?
Who working at Taco Bell right now? That dude?
Oh, you talking about the dude who's about to fight Pacheco? Trevor McCumbee?
Man, Uzcategui, he's not about to fight Pacheco.
He is gonna fight Pacheco. What you talking about? Trevor McCumbee? He's fighting Pacheco in July.
Bro, I said Uzcategui. Bro, listen. This
Bro,
is
I'm talking about
Ryan.
the
I'm bringing
Caleb
you
Plant
up the
fight.
game right now.
David Benavidez. Berlanga would never get in the ring with that guy.
I'm a historian right now. Look,
He
I
would
really do
never
my
get in
facts.
the ring with that guy.
Look.
Anthony Durrell,
Caleb
former
Plant,
champ, never been in the ring with the former
Durrell
champ
was
before
washed.
Canelo.
He got knocked out. He was washed.
Never been in the ring. Goes in the ring with Canelo and wins rounds. Look at the scores when he got stopped. 94, 96, 92, 97.
Let's really break this down one by one.
Rounds.
Ryan, let's really break this down one by one. You all over the place. You saying a bunch of names that. Okay, I'm gonna wait till you know.
This the dude you talking about. This the dude you talking about right here.
Him, yeah. What is he doing? Look at his resume,
bro.
Look at his resume. What's on there?
34 and
5 losses.
Yeah.
My man hasn't won the title since.
You're right.
Caleb
Plant retired him. Caleb Plant retired him.
My man retired himself.
Nah,
look at his resume, bro. How are you doing this? You know what? This is what you do. You like Munguia. Munguia won a world title at 154 for beating Saddam Ali. WBO title. What has he done since?
Saddam Ali. Wait. Saddam Ali beat Cotto. We're not forgetting that.
Saddam Ali doesn't have a repertoire. He does not have it.
Oh, so we're going to take that Cotto win away from him. We're not like it didn't happen.
No, we're not going to. We're not going to. This is more of a shot at Munguia. What I'm saying is my man was already walking out the division. He was bigger than Saddam, beat Saddam, vacated the belt, moved up, has done nothing since, but somehow we want to give him credit. We want to give Caleb Plant credit for doing the same exact thing. Ryan. Man, everybody beat Derevchenko, Ryan. Everybody beats him.
Berlanga ain't beat him yet. So
everybody beats him. We don't want Derevchenko. He's washed up. He's a gateway fighter.
So wait, you don't want Derevchenko, but you all want Jonathan Gonzalez Ortiz from jail. You want Patty McCrory, who ain't beat nobody. You want Jason Quigley, who got stopped by Demetrius Andre.
Ryan, we was building when we fought Quigley.
Yeah, Derevchenko's a builder fight.
He's not a builder fight when everybody's beat him.
Nah,
he's not a builder fight.
Tough fights to Munguia and he gave tough fights to Triple G. So Berlanga could have went in there and made a statement.
Bro, this is look what you just did. Earlier you said we giving guys credits for losing, and you giving Derevchenko credit for losing.
Because Derevchenko actually won a round. Berlanga didn't win a round.
No, this is crazy.
Berlanga didn't win a round. He got
but
washed.
you just gave Derevchenko credit. Bro, Derevchenko has no notable wins. All the big fights he loses, but you giving him credit. But Berlanga don't get credit for losing to Canelo.
You just heard what you said. We building him, so you gotta
doing. You moving
build
the
him.
goalposts. You
gotta say, okay, how good is Berlanga? All these guys beat him. Why can't Berlanga stop him?
No, you're not gonna do that because I know what you're doing, Ryan. I know what you're doing. You're not gonna do it to me. You could do it to these others. You're not gonna. You the one that said builder. Capital coming. No, listen to what I said. You said I gave a guy who's got an amateur record credit for going against an undisputed world champion and not getting knocked out. This is what you said.
What are we talking about? This is the pros.
Hold on. This is what you did. Right, exactly. I'm saying his record of caliber of fighters isn't necessarily world class.
I don't want to hear none of that because y'all don't say that. Y'all don't say that. Y'all say this guy's a star.
I just said it, but
y'all don't say that.
I gave him credit. You said no. People get credit for losing now. You just gave Derevchenko credit. My man has not won nothing.
I don't give Regis credit for getting washed.
Not even a former world champion.
I don't give
Regis is a former world champ. He gonna get credit regardless.
Nah, man. You only get credit when you come in here and almost win.
I feel like you trolling me right now. I feel like you're trolling me right now. The things that you're saying are unscrupulous. They really are. Like we give Regis credit because he's a former WBC world champion. He's fought caliber fighters.
You give Devin credit for beating him. That's what you do.
All right. All right. We'll see. We'll see. Here's what my man.
All right, let's talk about Berlanga and Shiraz. How you think that fight's gonna go?
Well, first of all, this is the man. He's main eventing. By the way, never been a world champion. Main eventing, Louis Armstrong Stadium. First ever. The first ever time that we've used this stadium in New York for boxing. Berlanga will be main eventing. Not these other guys that you're talking about. Berlanga. So let's start there. I believe that he will put Shiraz down. Not necessarily a knockout, but I believe that this will be a statement fight. He will trash this man. He's on a first-class flight. With some UK hot dogs, maybe some Polish sausages. We're gonna send him back to UK with a Polish sausage with a little bit of relish and some mustard on it. Compliments of New York. That's what we're gonna do come July because we need that statement. And my man gonna come through. Cuban Link gonna be there. Fat Joe gonna be there. Remy Ma gonna be there. She probably gonna be beefing with what's Clarissa the Guat. Terror Squad gonna be in the building. I'm telling you right now. And so y'all better have y'all chains on. And if you're not with the squad, you better tuck that chain in because it's gonna get snatched.
Oh man.
Berlanga Promotions.
So what's gonna happen if you lose?
Man, I lose, bro. My man is not losing. Stop it. He's not losing, man. Look, we saw what happened with Shiraz. Ryan, we saw what happened with Shiraz versus Adames at 160. We saw that.
We also saw what Dama said last night on Twitter. He hurting 168 pounders.
What's that got to do with a guy?
And Shiraz, I think Shiraz has been weight draining himself. So, I mean, he looked taller than Berlanga out there. So if you blow up bigger than
taller
200,
doesn't mean bigger and stronger.
I'm just saying if you blow up bigger than 200. I hope your man's.
I don't see Shiraz going to I don't see Shiraz going to 200. Let's be real. That man is like a toothpick. Berlanga went up to 200 when he fought Canelo. That's a lot of weight that you got to muscle around. That's a lot of weight that you got to keep off for 12 rounds. I'm just being honest. No cap, even though it's in my name.
I don't know if that's a good thing, but okay.
Well, that's brother. You are fighting a guy who's 200, basically coming in at 200 pounds. That's a lot of weight behind them punches.
No, I get all that, but I'm saying, like, why do you need to be that big to fight little Canelo, man? Are you scary?
And just this guy Ty said that we seen the video with Lubin, man. We're not.
Oh yeah, Lubin put the beats on. I'm not even gonna talk about that because like,
why?
That's why you went down there, bro.
Like, the general audience is so like misunderstood. Like, guys, everybody gets put down. Everybody gets hands put on in sparring.
I don't put too much stock in sparring. That's why I don't bring that up. I don't put too much stock in it, but
everybody gets hands on, man. What are you talking about? Like, you don't think Crawford done got hands on? You don't think Canelo done got hands on? All these guys get hands on in sparring. Somebody's bound to be better than you in sparring, man. Stop. Remember when they said that? Who was the Asian guy that hit Ryan in training and put him down? The Mongolian scandal.
Mongolian mole, man.
Yeah, the Mongolian. Come on, man. Everybody gets
knocking
hands
people
on
out on Pro Box too, though. Shout out to him.
We don't worry, Ty. We don't worry about that. You gotta get your facts up, man. You stop worrying about that. We worried about what really happens in the fight. Come fight night, chains getting snatched. Chains getting snatched.
That's what's going on, eh?
That's what we about to do.
I hope so, bro. I hope so.
Yeah, that's what we about to do. I'm gonna have my chain on. Look, Puerto Rican. I think that's around Puerto Rican Day Parade too, like 1 month. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a movie. They better promote it. Berlanga they gonna promote it. Whole New York gonna get shut down just for this.
You heard what I said? Oh no, you probably didn't hear what I said, but they gotta do a whole. You know how the Puerto Rican Day they having those big balloons? They gotta get a Berlanga and a Shiraz one. Just have a big float, bro.
They gotta get a blimp. Yeah, they gotta get like a blimp. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what it's called. Yeah, the blimp. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
that's what Turkey gotta do. For the parade.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be big, man. They gonna have raffles. They raffling off like a Corolla. It's a lot of stuff. They're gonna have like a little halftime. They're gonna have some Puerto Rican girls shaking yams. Yeah, it's gonna be a movie. I'm telling you, when Berlanga fight, it's not like a Plant fight. It's not like these other fighters. Terror Squad gonna be linking up, doing a reunion on stage. It's gonna be nasty.
And do a reunion.
It is gonna be nasty.
That,
look,
bro.
It's gonna be a movie. Bro. I'm telling you. But this is what I'm saying though. Berlanga's a star. These other guys, they're not stars. That's the problem.
Man, nobody cares about that shit.
Everybody cares about that. What do you mean? Why do you think
nobody gonna talk about them 50 years from now? Nobody gonna give a damn about that crap, bro. You know it. I know it. We all know it, bro.
I don't know.
Marvin Hagler was no star, and we know who Marvin Hagler is.
Because that's classic. Today we live in a day of social media.
Nah, I'm talking about 50 years from now. They're not gonna care about that shit.
Bro, do you know who Chris John is? Do you know who Chris John is?
No, I don't, bro.
He's a former WBA world champion from Indonesia, and nobody knew about him. Why? Because he wasn't a star. Yes, he was a former champion. I believe he was on pound for pound. By the way, he was pound for pound, I believe, as well. But we don't care. Was he like
115 pounds?
No, I think it was 130, something like that. But that's the point. That's the point, is that they're not stars. My guy is a star. My guy has been.
All right, what about Lennox Lewis?
Yeah, my man is a star.
You want no star?
What are you talking about? Everybody knows who Lennox Lewis is.
My man, because of what he did. Because he was the undisputed champ.
Brother, you talking about the golden era of boxing when boxing was at its highest.
Man, so we can't enter that age with Turkey Al Sheikh.
We are going there but this is Ryan, listen to me, man. Listen. Boxers have to do a lot more than just fighting nowadays. Okay, I've said this.
That's what y'all do. That's what the fans do.
That's what they gotta do.
That's what the fickle fans do.
They gotta
real fans don't do that. We back our guys.
Chris Eubank versus. I don't mean to get off topic, but let me do a comparison. Chris Eubank and the Ben fight was immaculate. That was immaculate. I know exactly why. I'm trying to explain to you why. But you tell me.
The UK fans ride with their guys no matter what. Because Dubois and Joshua, they did how many? They did how many?
No.
How many? How many people they do? 90,000. Yeah, 90,000.
Still.
Usyk gonna go fight Dubois in Wembley. Tell me what it's gonna be. It's gonna be like 80K.
Brother, that fight didn't transcend into America.
Nobody cares though.
The Eubank Ben fight transcended. The reason it was a movie.
Nah, that didn't transcend into America either. Nobody watched it until we saw what's going on.
The theatrics was crazy. My man hopped out the Rolls Royce. When the Rolls Royce opened up, the crowd died. Like, it was insane.
Yeah, that's over there. That's what I'm saying. They real fans.
They walked out, brother. That was a movie. There was drama. Fans, there was content. Bro, if you look at the content that they put out, it was like 10 times more content for that fight than any other like big fight that we have here in the US. It was a movie. There was a storyline. We got to have marketing involved. We got to have a storyline. That's marketing. You can't just go up in there and fight. We got to build rivalry.
Nah, man. That's why y'all don't. Dana White do it good because that's how he sells fights.
Because he gives them a story.
Puts the best versus the best. Dana White always put the best up against the best. We know that.
The fans have to be able to familiarize themselves with the fighter. And that's what we love. We love a fighter that's like us, that comes from where we come from. That's why Inoue don't get no love over here, because we don't eat sushi. We don't have haircuts like he gets them.
Because y'all not real fans.
We don't get them type of haircut. We don't get highlights in our hair. We from the city.
Y'all not real fans. Anyways, the only reason why I watched the Little Division. Anyways, the only reason why I watched them now.
Since Alvin Calderon was fighting.
I watch the little guys, but now the Inoue
is not the reason to watch.
Yeah, I'm watching Inoue. Wanna know why? Because I like boxing. I like what that little dude do.
So you don't watch Bam? That's what you're saying?
I love Bam. Bam's one of my favorite fighters.
Okay, you just said the reason you watch is because of Inoue.
No, the reason why I watch the little guys because of Inoue. Is Inoue not older than Bam? So he brought me to them.
Do you watch those divisions or do you not watch them?
I watch them now, is what I'm saying, because of Inoue. I never watched them before.
I've watched those little guys since Ivan Calderon and Chocolatito. If you a fan, you a fan. You find the fighter.
Chocolatito is another dude who's nice too, and I know him too.
Okay.
Because of my brother going to Nicaragua and fighting.
Okay.
But shout out to him. He's a legend, man. Him and Estrada, they had a good fight.
Yeah, Estrada's another one. These are like one guy should not determine why you watch the whole division. There's other fighters that are good too.
No, I'm just saying that guy brought me there. That's all I'm saying. There's obviously good guys, man. Like there's fucking a whole bunch of good guys down at the Junto Nakatani. He's nice. Like obviously Bam. Yeah. Like Sonny Edwards. I thought that was a good fight with Bam.
Sonny Edwards was a good fight. Let's get back on topic because I know I brought us on topic. The topic is Shiraz and Berlanga. You have not given me your analysis on the fight. Please give it to me.
I don't know, man. I gotta see Shiraz at weigh-in. If he still look thin, then Berlanga might stop him. But he's with Andy Lee now. And Andy Lee's been on a run with
Shiraz is with Andy Lee.
Yep, he's being coached by Andy Lee now. So Andy Lee's been on a run with some of these guys. So I mean, might bring something new to the table. I don't know.
That's interesting. Andy Lee was never, a big fighter. He was never. I know we had that knockout. Who did he knock out, Ryan? That was like a big deal. He knocked out somebody cold. Knocked out somebody flat cold.
Ooh, Andy Lee?
Yeah, Andy Lee.
I just know Triple G beat the dog shit out of him.
No, he knocked out somebody. It was a really big deal. Okay, so I mean, look, man, we know what we're doing with Shiraz. Shiraz is the Saudi Arabia ambassador. Saudi Arabia has not had a star, and they are using Shiraz to build up a profile for Saudi Arabia for Riyadh season because they don't have any fighters to represent them. And so this is what they're doing. Now, this is a good fight for Berlanga. It certainly lets us know where he's at. The problem that I have is I'm afraid that when he beats him, he won't get any credit because we'll just go and say, well, Shiraz hasn't beaten anybody. He only beat Ammo Williams, et cetera, et cetera. So, like, I think Berlanga's always going to get in this. He's always going to be in this position where we don't give him enough credit. I'm not sure who he's got to fight to get credit, but I think what it is, Ryan, is that we just don't like him as a person.
You want me to tell you who he can fight? And I tell you he's a star.
Who?
Iglesias. If he beat that dude.
Iglesias?
Iglesias.
Yeah. Isn't he the Cuban?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Oscar Iglesias. No, he won't get any credit for beating him. No. I think he needs to fight. He needs to fight Munguia, and he will get credit.
What?
If he fights Munguia and he beats him, he will get credit.
Munguia is not even like. What about Christian and Billy?
Because Munguia has more of a resume. That's why. And Billy doesn't have a resume. William Skull doesn't have a resume, even though he's a good Cuban fighter. But Munguia brings that Mexican versus Puerto Rico rivalry, and he's had a longer record. He's 45, bro. He's 45 fights in with 2 losses, so he has more experience, right, in the ring. I think that's the fight that will make him a star. I think so. And this is the storyline, right? The 2 guys that lost to Canelo can get it on, and it's still a Puerto Rico versus Mexico rivalry. Can build it up. Who's really the better of the 2? Right? This is the get back for the Puerto Rican because he lost. This is a big fight. This is a really big fight. Really big fight. Yeah. Who open up the brother? Who else is there? Like, you can't tell me that if he beats William Skull, automatically now he's a star. You
Diego
can't tell me
Pacheco.
Pacheco's not a star, bro.
It
Pacheco's
don't
still
matter.
building.
So you're telling me Berlanga's a star, but he can't carry a fight.
He can't carry a fight.
So then
He
what the
sells
hell?
out.
Fight Pacheco then.
But what I'm saying, no. Listen, there's a distinction. You're not listening to me. What I'm saying is that Berlanga is a star from a marketing perspective. What I'm saying is his resume hasn't caught up to him, and I believe that he's always going to be tainted with this like kind of not good enough fighter that we always put that on him. Like we don't know if he's that good, and I don't know what fight is going to really put him in a position where we finally say, hey, look, I believe he's going to win this fight. And I think if he beats Munguia, because he's got skill, he's a come forward fighter, he's got resume, and I think he would beat him. So I think that's the fight, because again, we're not going to give him credit for William Skull. We're not going to give him credit for Diego Pacheco. Pacheco's been looking good in fights, but Pacheco has not had a marquee fight that makes us believe that this is the next terror in the division. Right. So
yeah,
again,
that's why he's in the same position as Berlanga.
but listen to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, what is the fight that will make Berlanga the guy that we now, when we put him up with people, we're like, yeah, he's gonna win. We do this to Benavidez. When Benavidez fights, we're like, he's gonna beat him. We always we do like a 70-30 split, like 70 Benavidez, 30 somebody else. We've not put Berlanga in a fight where he's 70-30. Like we always kind of like, I think he might get beat, or like it's a bum. So we don't give him credit. And what I'm saying is, what fight will give him credit? And I think it's the Munguia fight.
So the Munguia fight, like people actually think Munguia gonna beat Berlanga?
Yes, there are some people that believe that. They're they probably should be checked into an asylum, but yes.
Yeah, because like I don't see how that's a 70-30. I think that's another.
So who do you
Berlanga
think would win
win
that fight if it was Munguia versus Berlanga?
Oh, Berlanga's gonna win, especially if Munguia can't take the Canelo Eddie Reynoso packs. That's how it happened to Saras.
So wait, why would you think Berlanga would beat Munguia then?
Because Munguia is not a natural 68-pounder. I think he's up too high. I don't think he should be fighting there.
Okay. All right. So I see a couple chats. Does PR really claim Berlanga? They actually do. They actually Berlanga gets a lot of press in Puerto Rico. He's always on Molusco TV, which is the biggest probably media business in the island. Yeah, it's the biggest podcast on the island as well. So yeah,
I heard some guy out there is like yelling at him and shit, like talking mad stuff about him.
He's got a like a rivalry with another amateur boxer. So.
Oh, yeah. Amateur. What the flip?
Well, like, the influencers, influencing boxing is big.
Oh,
it's getting big. So one of the guys that's really big as an influence boxer, yeah, they go back and forth and stuff.
Sound like clout to me.
I see Ty saying Berlanga beat Pacheco, and maybe and Billy would do it for sure. If I'm being realistic, there's no one singular fight not named Canelo 168 that would make Berlanga a star and a win. Yeah, I think he's right. I think he has a point. I would swap Billy out for Munguia just because Munguia has more of a resume. And Billy is still building his resume. We don't really know. Has he beat a top 10 contender? I know he won his last fight, but that's about it.
Yeah, because these guys keep ducking his smoke, man.
Well, I don't know about that.
That's all right. And Billy about to be positioned again. He's gonna force the WBC.
So Ryan, who do you, as far as Shiraz and Berlanga, because we still got other cards on that fight to talk about, right? So who do you think is going to win that fight?
Shiraz and Berlanga? I don't know, man.
Yeah,
that's up in the air for me. I don't
if
believe
you had to
in Shiraz.
Okay. So you really believe
if Andy do some work with him, then maybe.
Okay. Yeah, got you. Now there is the second tier fight on that is that Shakur and Zepeda. Is that something you wanted to touch on as well?
Yeah, we could touch on that. Shout out to Shakur Stevenson.
Because behind that is Matias versus Puyo, which is something that we could lightly talk about too. There's something there. So let's start with let's go with Zepeda and Shakur. Give me your analysis.
Man, I think Shakur gonna do what Shakur does, man. I don't think it's gonna be too entertaining. I think we're gonna see William Zepeda realize he can't hit somebody, so he's gonna get very gun shy. But I think Shakur should win easy. Actually, I think it'll be a lot easier. I think people will be mad at him because he's not staying in the pocket. But I just think that's who Shakur is, man. He got bad hands. We don't know how long this has been happening too. I feel like it's probably been happening a while, and just now we're hearing about it. But yeah, he's gonna do what he needs to do to win. He's always said it. Fuck the fans. So I don't think it'll be any difference. How about you?
We hear Shakur say things like, this fight's going to be different. He reminds me a little bit of Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner, every time he would fight towards the later end of his career, this fight's gonna be different. I'm doing it for the hood. I'm doing this for this, and we never really seen him press the gas, right? I believe Shakur is in a position like we thought with the Artem fight, the guy from Germany, that he was going to press the gas.
Yeah.
He didn't press the gas, right? So I don't know that he's going to press the gas this time. I know he will have to. Zepeda is a come forward fighter. He's a pressure fighter. He throws punches and bunches. So I don't see Shakur on the offense. I see him on the defense because of the volume of punches, and I see him picking his shots. And again, he doesn't stay in the pocket, which is an issue, right? I would love for him to stay in the pocket because I think he's got the defense, Ryan, to stay in the pocket and actually do what it's for us fans. We like it looks better for the fans versus being out of range and then having to come in range and then bouncing out of range to try to win the fight. Floyd did it best. He always stayed in the pocket. So I believe that he's got the skills to stay in the pocket, save the energy, and then pick his shots on the inside so that we don't consider it running every time he's jumping out of range and trying to jump back in like some of the amateurs do in the Olympics. And so, again, I think we're going to see what the Shakur that we've always seen, which is, he's going to stay on the outside and he's going to put on a master class. It might not be the most aesthetically pleasing for the fans, but it will be a master class nonetheless. And we can't blame him for him because this is who he is. Again, he's got bad hands and this is just who he is. He's a guy that takes very little damage and wins by points and decision. So this is where we're at.
You think he's going to get a lot of backlash then?
At what point do we stop giving him backlash because this is just who he is?
Right.
Yes, I do. I think he's going to get backlash unless he learns how to do the Floyd Mayweather style where he's in the pocket and he's able to, make a miss and then pay for it. I think he's always going to get backlash because, again, he's got a very amateurish style, bouncing in and out, getting out of range, and defense first, right? And so I think, but you've got to really appreciate his style of boxing. It is phenomenal. He's really good at what he does, which is controlling the range, making you miss, and then making you pay for it. We don't see punches and bunches from Shakur. We don't see 3 or 4, 5 shots. We don't see that flurry that Mayweather had when he was in the featherweights, right? We don't see that. We don't see the punishment, but he's an artist in the ring nonetheless, so we have to give him credit for that.
Yeah, we saw it early in his career though. I think at the lower weights he was more like that, but definitely power hasn't carried. So it seems like he's not. He's gun shy.
Yeah, we saw it in the Herring fight. We saw it in the Valdez fight, right? He was putting poundings on these guys, but we have not seen him do that. And is it due to the hands? Is it due to a change of style? I'm not really sure, but I don't think we're going to see very much difference from him in this fight coming up.
All right, Puyo and Subriel Matias. That's a firefight. That's a firefight. Might be fighting the night.
There's quite a bit to talk about here because what we were aiming for was Matias versus Hitchinson for that IBF, right? Because that's basically the sanctioning body that Matias fights for. But this was a completely, a 180 for us because now, we have a fight here that has a better storyline because this is Puerto Rico versus Dominican Republic. Now, in every other sport, mainly baseball, there's a rivalry. And Ness, you've heard Ness say this too. There is a rivalry there. You've heard Round One say. Now, there is a section of our community on X that says that there is no rivalry. Right. There is no, but there is. It's just that Dominican Republic hasn't had the stars to produce to go up against Puerto Ricans. But there is a rivalry there. If you've been on either island, you know that there's a rivalry in competition within sports. So this is a good rivalry, and it's still for a world title, the WBC. So we can build the storyline. It's gonna be in New York. So I don't know if you've been in New York, Ryan, but tons of Puerto Ricans, tons of Dominicans. And so this would be a very great animated fight. And again, giving Matias a shot to fight for the WBC World Title, turn him into a 2-time world champion. This is phenomenal. Now, Puyo is coming off a win against Russell, right? Gary Anton Russell, which is
Sandor Martin.
And Sandor Martin. And he put
Sandor.
And Gary Anton Russell beat the heck out of
Rayo.
Rayo, right? We saw that. So that's a really good win, man. That's a really good win that he got, the fact that he could beat a guy like that. So I guess, go ahead and give us your analysis, and then I'll jump in on the back end.
Oh, man. I think it's going to be a tough fight for Puyo. One, he didn't have to take this fight. So shout out to him for taking this fight. He could have took a voluntary, could have just went on a PBC card and did a little fight. But nah, he's jumping in the Lions Den with Subriel Matias, who is also a dangerous fighter. And shout out to Subriel because he had his IBF position. So now I don't know how that's going to work out. If he wins the title, he's going to lose it. But nah, I think Subriel's going to win, man. I think he's going to win the later rounds. I don't think it's going to be a stoppage. I think he'll go the full fight. But I know Puyo, he just doesn't have the punching power to keep guys honest, or not even honest, just make him think about coming in. So I think Subriel's style is all wrong for him. But I say the same, like Gary's got that same style too, where he pushes the fight and he couldn't get it done against Puyo. But I think Subriel Matias, he really wants another title, man. He wants to be known. He wants all the glory. So I think he's gonna push for it and get this dub.
So you think Puyo would win?
Yeah, no, I got Matias winning.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would have to agree with you on that. I haven't seen too much of Puyo, I'm going to be honest with you. But just the fact that he's beat some of the guys that you've mentioned really says a lot about him as a fighter. Now, Matias is a come-forward fighter. He's strong. He's very durable. He doesn't tire. And like Ty said, is definitely smoke, right? Yeah. I believe that Matias has I think Matias will take him into deep waters and possibly beat him. If I had to guess, I would lean more Matias. Of course, I'm Puerto Rican. I'm a little biased on that, right? But we know that the engine. This is a really unique fight because Matias doesn't necessarily have the skills, Ryan. Puyo does, but Puyo doesn't have the power, and Matias does. And Matias has the engine, and Puyo kind of has an engine, right? So we see these like tit for tats when we cross-examine the fights. And so I think it's going to be entertaining. I'm definitely rooting for Matias to win that fight, bring that bet home. So now we can have another Puerto Rican star on the island, which to me is very important.
Word, man. It should be a good fight, man. I'm looking forward to it. When I saw it on the belt sheet, I was like, oh man, that's a terrific matchup, bro.
Oh yeah,
but
I see my boy Ty in there.
Yeah, my man Ty.
Yeah, my man Ty said it's definitely smoke. See, that's the thing. But Ryan, what's the last Dominican versus Puerto Rican fight that you can you even remember?
Dominican and Puerto Rico. I don't think I've ever seen one. I'm sure there is one. No, I'm sure there is one.
I can't even remember one, man. I mean, I remember when Cotto fought. He was on a comeback. He fought Delfino Rodriguez, and like no one cared because Delfino was not a big name, right? So we haven't. Again, Dominican Republic hasn't produced big names. We got the Juan Guzmans, who's training Charlo. We got Puyo, but again, think of Puyo. When you think of Puyo, again, this is what I'm saying. Like, there's no stardom there. Like, we don't know who he is. We don't have a storyline. We don't know what he's been through. There's no content on him, right? But this could be a big fight, but there is no story there for the Dominican fighter. We know about Matias because he's always in the media, right? Yeah. So we haven't had, like, I can't remember the last Puerto Rican that faced a Dominican fighter. And,
man.
And so that doesn't mean we've got to build that rivalry up because there are fighters. Like, look, we got Polanco. We've got Elvis Rodriguez. Yeah. Elvis Rodriguez. I don't. Yeah. Does Elvis fight at 147 or where does he fight at 154?
I don't know. I heard he wants to move up, but I think he's still at 40 right now.
So this is what I'm saying. You got Zayas going for a world title, but you got Polanco and what's the other guy? Help me out. Elvis Rodriguez, 47. Kind of in the same weight.
Yeah,
right.
Elvis.
So we could get something brewing there, right? We could get something brewing there, but the question is, why has it not been brewing? It's not been built. That rivalry and that story has not been built, and it's a beautiful one, and we need it.
Or shout out to my guy GMT Sports joining the membership, man. I appreciate you.
Welcome.
Ready to rock out with me. And we got my man Ty for dropping another super chat. Shout out to you, Ty. He said Plant definitely has a better resume. Oh, this was old. My bad, Ty.
Berlanga. I saw it earlier.
Plant might not currently be better than Plant's kind of on the decline. He is.
Yeah, he's on the decline. Shout out to Dave. He said OF. I don't know if it stands OnlyFans, but OF. If Matias works that body, he can score the home run. Yeah, I mean that's what he's good at. If he works the body, you know, he could win the fight. And again, now we have Matias with the WBC title. Now that's a better fight for Hitchinson because that's a unification fight. The fight is even bigger now. Oh, we need that fight, Ryan. We need it.
Y'all can get that Tio get back.
Bro, Tio is, man, his marketing is so bad.
It is bad because he does dumb stuff.
Like the last fight that he was in at the end, he was trying to do the motivational speaking, like, hey, you know, you can do it if you want. You gotta keep her. Like, bro, that came out of left field and it was so out of place.
Yeah.
Man. No. On the ring fight.
On the Times Square.
Yeah, you didn't see the speech that he was trying to give. Oh man, it was terrible.
He'll be talking stupid, man. They need to just take the mic away from him.
It's like it doesn't come off authentic, you know. It just comes off really corny. Yeah. Tyler's right though. Dominicans don't win big fights, so not
boy Hector. Hector Garcia.
Yeah, our boy Hector in the goulash. Who's that?
Hector Garcia, the dude who fought Tank.
Yeah, that's right. That was a former WBA world champ.
Yep.
And then he fought Tank, and like we never seen him again. The El Androide. They call him the El Androide.
Yeah, bro, he's gone, back. Man. He's gone. What do you think about David Morrell coming back?
Jason Rosario, man. That dude won unified, and then
Jason Rosario
immediately overnight. Yeah, remember him?
Yeah, he won. Who did he beat? He beat J-Rock, right?
Yeah, no, he beat her. I think he beat Hurd. No, was it J-Rock? No, I think it was Hurd.
He was J-Rock.
No, you're right. He just fought Hurd. He beat somebody. I don't know who it was, but then he unified, right? He had 2 titles, and then he just lost to Charlo, and then was on a decline, bro. He just can't win fights no more. He's really soft. You had mentioned somebody.
David Morrell, man, he's coming back on that card also. Into Iman Khatib. That's gonna be a good fight.
What? You know what? Now that we talk, that's a good fight for Berlanga, bro.
David Morrell?
That's a good fight. Because that's a good fight because look, David is sound. David fundamentally, Ryan, is sound. And he just took a booty whipping from Benavidez. So that's a barometer. That's a barometer.
No, that is. I just don't think Berlanga would pass the test. David Morrell, man.
But that's a tough. I mean, the money got to be
that's
right.
The one I respect for sure. If he get in there and beat David Morrell, oh shit. I might have to get some Terror Squad chains popping in Canada, bro.
No, I'll hit up Joey. Don't worry about it. I hit up Joey. You're not gonna get the gold when the gold ones like
I'm not gonna get the gold.
You gotta be a higher ranking member within the association for that. You probably get you like a silver one. You know, once you earn your stars in the streets, then you can, you know what I mean?
Man. He said, yeah, I'm proud. Oh yeah, that was the Hurd fighting Soraya was on.
It was on ProBox. Yeah, so that would be a good fight. So is this a touch-up fight for Morrell, or is this actually like a real top contender?
Nah, Iman's pretty good, man. They call him like Baby Better Beef. That's what they call him.
I think I've heard that.
He's got that little comfort style. He's strong, but I mean, it'll definitely show us where David Morrell is.
Yeah,
after
absolutely.
the Benavidez fight.
This is gonna be great. This is gonna be real great, actually. Yeah, the card is stacked. It's stacked. It's stacked, man. Man, stop it. Look at Ty. Look at Ty. Yeah, Ty. Look, bro, Ty earlier was like, yo, Plant might not currently better than Anchor, maybe, but now he's like, look what he's saying now. Bro,
Oh man,
stop. Just stay on
yeah.
one side, Ty. Just stay on one side, bro. Damn. No
Oh
consistency.
man, nah, that's hilarious, bro. That's hilarious.
No consistency whatsoever, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, man. So you excited for that card? You gonna try to go
For which one?
New York? July 12th.
I don't really go to the fights live. Honestly, bro, the best seat is the one from the home.
No, I get you, man. I feel you. I
I'm
feel you,
not. I
man.
don't go to them fighting. I don't go to them live fights, man. But I will definitely watch it. IBH USA will have me commentating on it, so I'm sure we'll be doing
Oh,
a
my
watch
bad.
along.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Yeah, we'll do that for
So
sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
Are
man.
you gonna be
I
doing a
definitely
watch along?
agree. I don't know, man. I like to sit down and watch the fights. I feel
Yeah,
like
you're
too
right.
many commentary will swing my decision.
You're right. We did a watch along for the Plant Reséndiz fight, and I didn't really get to, really study the fight and whatnot because I was commentating. So I get it. I get that
Yeah.
fight. Yeah, that's awesome.
No, it's cool though. I mean, I think that card's gonna be really good. They're doing it in a stadium, so it's a little different than Times Square, which will get the fans. And like you said, man, there's a lot of Dominicans, Puerto Ricans out in New York already.
Yeah, I'm
And
telling you,
you
bro.
got
That's the Puerto Rican
Shakur is
card,
from New Jersey, so that's
brother.
close.
That's a Puerto Rican card. Think about it: Berlanga, Shakur,
Hmm. And
Matias, and then you
Matias.
got, yeah, and you got Morel, which is, he's Cuban, so we'll claim him. We'll claim him for a night.
Yeah, Caribbean. It's a
Yeah,
Caribbean event for sure.
yeah.
Definitely
That
gonna be
that place
fire.
better be jam packed, man. Like it's New York, it's Puerto Ricans, it's Dominicans. That better be jam packed. Somebody get roughed up. I'm telling you, someone is getting roughed up.
Nah, they gotta make sure that the prices ain't crazy, man. They gotta let the fans in and see.
Bro, they will pay to watch Berlanga. That's for sure. Berlanga was selling out the Caribe Royale in over there in Orlando, dude. Like Jake Paul
Yeah.
numbers. For real.
Nah, shout out to Berlanga. Nah, he's good for
He
that.
sells. He sells.
I'm not gonna dispute that. He be doing his thing on that for sure.
Yeah. So those are the analysis for that fight. Do you have any other analysis for the rest of that card? I mean, if not, I would definitely like to see what your thoughts are for this weekend.
Ooh, this weekend. Not quite, I
Mhm.
haven't even quite looked at it. Hey, my man Taiwan has come up. Let's come up and burn
Man,
with us. We'll bring Ty up in here.
Ty,
What up, Ty?
Ty, don't click that link, man.
Yeah, man. But yeah, we'll talk about this weekend. Who we want to start with? Keyshawn.
So yeah, so the main event is Keyshawn versus De Los Santos, right? The backstory is De Los Santos had blood clots, so he's also been out of the ring for some time. And so we don't know if that's going to affect him. The last time we saw him in the ring was with Shakur. We didn't really see nothing too impressive. Now we have seen him in other fights, like the Rayo fight, which he did really well. And I believe he lose that fight or did he lost that fight? No, he won the fight. He won the
No,
fight
he
with
beat
Ryan.
Ryo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he beat, and then he had another. So he was on a win streak. He just couldn't get the job done against Shakur. So what does this look like for Keyshawn, right? Are we going to give him credit because Del Santos is a good fighter, or will the ring rust and the blood clots really catch up to him and not allow him to do his thing? So I'll let you kick it off, Ryan, and then Ty can go next, and then I'll go last.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna give Keyshawn credit, man. I mean, De Los Santos, a lot of people are saying he's a big puncher, and I think what the reason why I'll give Keyshawn credit is because I think he's gonna beat De Los Santos better than Shakur did. Like, I think Keyshawn's I think he's gonna leapfrog Shakur eventually. I don't know when, but I think he's gonna do it because he's an action fighter, man. He's fan friendly on the eyes. I think a lot of people are gonna grow bored of Shakur and they're gonna jump ship and start rooting for Keyshawn, especially because Keyshawn, he got energy for guys too. Like, Shakur does a lot of Twitter talk. Keyshawn does a lot of when he checked Tio when Tio was beside him, like, why you talking about me? I like to see that type of stuff. So I
Yeah.
think Keyshawn, he really want to fight. And I think you're gonna go in here and try to stop De Los Santos, and I think that's what the people want to see. So I think you're gonna have a good performance, man. What do you think, Ty?
I think I told you this earlier. I see a lot of people sitting here saying what De Los Santos is going to do, but me personally, I think he gonna look like Stanionis when he fought Boots, and he gonna look too good for him. But the people that's watching, we gonna enjoy the hell out of it.
Word.
Okay.
What do you think winning, Kev?
I really like what you said about possibly Keyshawn jumping over Shakur because he is an action fighter. I think skill-wise, Shakur is still better than Keyshawn. It's just that Keyshawn has shown that strength to really put you down, right? And we haven't seen that from Shakur. It's just a different art. Shakur's got more of a finesse, more of a defense. Keyshawn has defense, but we know he's more of an action fighter. He's heavy-handed, and he will put you down. And that's what we love as boxing fans, right? So I believe that all the momentum is on Keyshawn's side, right? These last couple fights, it's going to be in Virginia again. I think there's a weight. There's no rehydration clause or something like that, because it's Virginia.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Right. So that's a plus for him. That's kind of why they wanted the fight too there. Also, man, it's a 2-year layoff. I don't care who you are. It's a 2-year layoff, man. Plus, you've had blood clots. So, it's almost expected that Keyshawn win. How he wins will depend on his opponent, right? But we do expect him to win, and it's really like an 80-20 at this point. 80 for Keyshawn, 20 for De Los Santos. That's where I see it.
Yeah, I agree. It is a mismatch in my eyes too, but boxing fans, they out here saying Edwin's fast, he's strong, so they hyping it up. What do you think about Abdullah Mason? I think Abdullah's in tough with Nakatilia.
Nakatilia, I don't know too much about, but Abdullah Mason is coming off of that kind of negotiation deal that they tried to do with Floyd Schofield. That was a potential fight, but I don't know what's going on with Floyd Schofield. But Abdullah Mason is a promising fighter, right? And I'm not really too sure about his opponent, although I believe this is a step up fight for him, right? I mean, I've heard of Nakatilia before. He's in it's a step up fight, so we'll see how he operates, right? I know they've got him on the fast track, and so that's where we're at. I know also Keyshawn's brother's on the fight, Kelvin Davis. Tiger Johnson is on the fight. That's another up and coming guy, and also Troy Isley is on the fight as well. So this is very exciting. It's very, very exciting. So yeah, I think again Keyshawn will probably fight.
Yeah, man. What do you think about Abdullah Mason, Ty?
You said Nakatila as in Jeremiah Nakatila?
Yeah.
Nakatila?
I think he's the one that fought Tio. I think he fought Tio. No, Mulataya. He fought Mulataya.
No, this is the one that Shakur fought.
Yes, that's who fought him. Yeah. And he gave Shakur fits.
Yeah. Top rank matching Abdullah Mason with Nakatila, for me, it tells me they're gauging where to put him next. If he runs through Nakatila, let's just say he in the fast track to maybe get in the rankings, we're going to go for a belt next. But if he struggles, he going back on the same diet he been on. You'll see him like 3 more times in the coming months, probably just fighting guys of that same stature. I don't want to say jobbers, but, the run-of-the-mill journeyman.
Yeah, so it kind of looks like, because Keyshawn said he's going to leave, so, I mean, they're trying to position Abdullah for that belt, for the WBO, because he's number 2 right now in that sanctioning body. So, I mean, if he wins, he'd probably be number 1, and then Keyshawn moves, and he gets a vacant title shot. That's how Top Rank moves. They like to keep them belts in-house.
Yeah, they do. We really don't even know where Top Rank is going, right, Ryan? Because Top Rank's contract is up with ESPN. I believe that happens in August. So the better question is where are they going? And I believe that they are trying to do something with PBC, so that may end them up in Prime. Now, what really upsets me, dude, is Why is everybody not on DAZN?
Yeah.
Why is everybody not? Why do you
everybody-
consistently try to avoid DAZN? I'm so
Right.
sick. Like we could literally have all the promotions in house. I would say about 80% of the promotions are on DAZN already. Why do you
Right.
why are you doing this? Just get over there so that the fights can happen even easier now because it's all on one network and everything can start to
Exactly.
be organized and have uniformity.
It's
It's a
crazy.
control thing.
Yeah, because Prime's not even offering PBC money right now. Like it's a distribution deal, and that's it. So
Yeah, I
why not
guarantee
go
you
to
they
the
go to the
zone where you're
zone.
gonna get a budget?
Not only a budget, but more access to fighters. Queensberry,
Mm-hmm.
Matchroom, Golden Boys, Salita's over there, and I think you got a couple smaller ones too that are over there too.
Yeah, yeah, like Overtime and MVP.
Yeah, Overtime's over there. See, now LA said it's too crowded for Top Rank on the zone. I don't think so. I don't think Top Rank puts on enough cards, anyways, as it is on ESPN. Like,
Yeah,
so
that's
I don't
true.
think so. I
That's
think
true.
that for the fights that they do deliver, there is enough space. There is enough space.
Yeah, I agree.
They
Nah,
don't put
can
on
fit it.
pay-per-views anyway, so they shouldn't be worried about it. They shouldn't be worried about pay-per-views anyways.
And they can give us midday fights, man. Like midweek fights, like we used to get with Pro Box. I thought that was
Friday
great.
night fights. Friday
Yeah,
night fights.
Friday night fights
You know,
when HBO
Thursday,
was running.
Golden Boy had Thursday night fights.
They can give us
Oh,
those
yeah.
still.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely.
I don't know what's going on with them. I don't get it, man. Turkey Al-Sheikh, he owns some of the zone too, so why not go over there and do business?
We need to keep everything in one house. That's what we really need to do. Keep everything in one house.
Nah, it'd be so much easier. So much easier, especially on the paying fans. Like when you start getting to all these different apps, man, nobody knows really where to find the fights.
Like Marv Nation has an app now, dude. That's crazy. Like Marv Nation is a promotion, right? Yeah, they got Fernando Vargas. Like they have an app where you got to pay like $3.99 for fights. Boxing.tv's got an app. Black Prime's got. Like I'm not paying Black Prime for fights that I don't even know who's fighting over there. You don't even have a consistent schedule.
You know, Wilder's fighting over there.
Again, no consistent schedule. There's no fights over there that we want to see. All that stuff, put it on DAZN. Just move it to DAZN. You don't need to have a separate entity.
Yeah, man. I agree. Like even Boxer, somebody was telling me in the chat, Boxer got something going on this weekend, and I didn't know where it was. And they're like, "Yeah, man, it's on." What they say it was on? Dude,
It's
somewhere.
on. Boxer is Shalom
Prime.
Davis.
It was on Prime. Yeah, they said it was on Prime.
Boxer?
Yeah, I was like, I thought he was with Triller, but I guess he just
he's
around
with that UK channel. That's where he gets the distribution out there. But out here, he's on Prime.
Oh, okay. That's what they say in Prime.
I think he's gonna be
Ain't
on
that
Sky.
Ben Shalom?
Yeah, but I watched Ben on Triller.
No, this is gonna be on Sky Sports, brother. I don't think this is gonna be on Prime. You're talking about that Callum Simpson versus Ivan Zucco fight.
Yeah.
That's on Sky Sports. I don't see
man.
it. I don't see it. No, I don't see.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's on Prime. Somebody told you it was on Prime?
Yeah, somebody said that in the chat tonight, and I was like, "What?" I don't remember Boxer being with Prime. That's why I was like a little, like, "What?"
Huh?
But
yeah, I don't think so, man.
I probably won't even watch that fight. But shout out to that dude.
Oh, maybe it actually is gonna be. I see it right here on WCCB live councils versus it's coming up on June 7th. Yeah, it is gonna be on Prime. You can watch it live. Wow, interesting.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
I think I got Prime. Yeah,
I definitely got Prime. All right.
Sure.
What's next?
Carmel Moulton, man. Why is this guy not fighting on TV? Is Floyd Mayweather ruining this kid before you even get him started?
Bro, TMT is done.
He's a nice prospect, fights really nice. I think the crowd need to see him, man. He's an action fighter.
Mayweather Promotions is done, though. You have to understand that. Like, there's nothing going on over there.
You got Richard Schaefer.
Over at TMT?
Yeah, running the
But
show now.
who else is over there to actually, be a star? I mean, Tank is gone. There's nothing else going on over there.
Oh, yeah, Carmel Mountain,
Whose card
But
can we put him on?
yeah, whose card
bro.
can
They
we?
should be putting him on all the cards. That's what
I
they
mean,
should be doing.
well, PBC cards. I mean, because they've got that connection.
Yeah,
What's the
I
reason why
didn't-
he not on there right now? Yeah, they
Well,
got
he
that
is on
connection.
there. He is on there. He was the prelim fight.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not on the.
Which is-
He's never
is
on the
strange.
broadcast.
Which is strange because Abdullah Mason, they didn't do Abdullah Mason like that. They put Abdullah Mason straight to television.
Yeah, Abdullah Mason's always on TV. Shout out to my guy Round One, man. What's good, Edgar?
Round,
What's good, baby? How you
round
doing?
one.
What's
I
up,
love
man?
seeing you on
panel?
TVV. What up, bro?
What's up,
Kevin
man?
got some reinforcements.
Yes,
Oh,
finally.
damn.
We got some real historians and commentators in here. About damn time. Ryan been capping this whole night. I
Hey,
told
Edward,
him
you know I
Berlanga
don't
about
be
the.
capping.
I told him Berlanga's a star. He like, nah, he ain't got the. Man, tell him he's a star. Round one. Edwin, tell
Yeah,
him
of
he's
course
a star.
He's a star. Of course
Man,
he's
let's
a
go.
star, man.
Play the
Come on, man.
music.
He on his way to be a star.
If he's not
Yeah.
a star, why is he headlining?
Ah,
Hey,
Ryan.
man.
Explain.
Why is he
valid point.
headlining if he's not a star?
Explain. Right, look.
That's all
Hey.
I'm
Go ahead,
saying.
Ryan.
If
Go ahead.
I never,
go ahead, Ryan.
disputed he
Go
wasn't
ahead,
no star, but this
All
what
right, Ryan.
I'm with Turk, bro. This is who I want.
Inside my heart, I want the fighters. I want to see the fighters.
It's a
Just give me
turkey
the
guy.
real ones.
He
Just
a
give me the
turkey
real
boy.
ones.
He a gobble guy.
Well,
That's
check
what
it
you
out.
is.
Hell
Check-
yeah, you
check
give
it
me
out.
50 million.
Respectfully,
I'm holding your hand too, bro.
respectfully,
He do turkey sound.
respectfully, I cater to both sides of the street. I'll give the good and the bad always about the fighters. You know me, Ryan, right? And the thing with Turkey is, I always express this: boxing is a business disguised as a sport. At the end of the day, there's life after boxing.
Hey,
You gotta provide for your family. You see what I'm saying? And even Tio, with his antics, went back and said, "Hey, if I'm gonna take criticism over something, well then." It should be over millions of dollars, and I get it. And then he goes and does this and pulls out of the fight again. Like, I don't know what's up with Tio, but as far as Turkey, though, that money, bro, seems to be pretty good. And I'm not saying that we should bend the knee or anything. I'm not saying that but at the same time, like, who else is going to put up that kind of money for you? You know what I'm saying? For your family, for afterwards. And this money's like being guaranteed, but I don't know how you feel about the man one way or another. Is he good for the sport? Is he bad for the sport? And he's putting together these boxing matches, so I can't complain. And he's giving us Edgar Berlanga and a hell of a card in New York City, Subriel Matias and Shakur Stevenson. I was just on an interview with Subriel last night on the Boxing Voice and shit. It was pretty cool. So look, man, take it for what you guys want, man. But there's life after boxing, and you got to think about sometimes the biggest bag. We're not all Jervonta Davis where we're fucking stars and we can deny him. We don't got it like that, puppy. Some of us gotta be like, yo, we gotta get this money. So.
Did you call Ryan Poppy or who were you calling Poppy?
Huh?
Who was? We want to just.
In
Who was
general.
that for? Just so we know that.
That's
just
a
wanna say-
rhetorical question.
Oh,
That's
okay,
just like
I got
just like
you.
me thinking for myself, like, man, I gotta get that money, puppy. You know what I'm saying? Like me. So
Yeah. Okay, that's cool, man. Yeah, that's fine.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
That's exactly how I felt. That's exactly
got
like
jokes.
what? So who you saying that to? Who you saying that to?
Nah, I agree, man. Like, yeah, there's two coins of it, but I get it.
Right.
Guys want to get paid. I'm all for that, man. But
I mean, as far as fans, man, like, look, just fight, man. We're not in the pockets. Just fight. Make the fights happen, man. That's the most important thing.
I wish boxing was like that. I wish all these guys saw the same thing or had the same goals and the same visions. But at once upon a time, I came to the conclusion that my expectations, what I think about these fighters, are not their expectations. I wanted Jervonta Davis to climb up and wipe out everybody and come an undisputed world champion, but it's clear that's not his desires. So I keep forcing my vision onto him, and I keep falling short because of my expectation towards what he never wanted. So sometimes I got to listen to these fighters, and so not all champions are going to wipe out divisions. Rolly Romero, I think he was satisfied with just winning one belt. I think that's where his success got him to. So, you know, when I see this notion being pushed down, best fighting the best, I need to pump my brake and really realize these guys are not robots. And not everybody can beat everybody. That doesn't make you a bitch or a dog. It just means you know that if you take that chance, you may no longer be champion. So why don't I fight this guy? And I hear that that's just not an excuse for everyone, but that's just the harsh reality. Not everybody's goals line up. You know, and that's what pisses me off, because we should hold these fighters accountable. If we offer you a title fight and you deny it, you should go to the back of the line. You shouldn't keep your #1 ranking, you know, and that's holding these fighters accountable. That's all, you know, and that's what, you know, I advocate for. But it was a harsh reality to face that maybe it was me as a fan pushing this when these guys never asked for this. So.
No, that's true. Yeah. Expectations is high.
Yeah, real high.
But that's fine, because we've had guys who've done it, right? We've seen it done before. And
for those that want to dare to be great and write their names in the Hall of Fame and immortality, it's there for you. You know, sometimes some of these fights can take a long time to put together, but you know, when they do, you know, I'm happy. I just hope that it's not Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather too late.
Yeah.
Look at Jervonta Davis' situation at 135. Soon it's going to be a ghost town, but there's going to be a lot of young competition. Abdullah Mason, Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn Davis got a big one with Edwin right now. But yeah, but let me ask you, gentlemen, right here on the panel right now, a question. If Jervonta Davis didn't fight the first wave, the second wave, what makes me think he's going to fight the third wave of talent?
Oh, he's not. He's not.
All right.
He's not. He's his head is out of the game anyways. Like, again, he's talking about retirement. We don't know, you know, the Lomachenko fell through. The Roach fight, we heard that he was going to get it, then he's not going to take it. Like, we don't really know. He's so flippy floppy. We don't really know what to expect from Tank anymore. We've never seen him win a Have we seen him win a WBO or a WBC or any other?
Never unified.
We've only never unified. Only one one sanctioning body title. Has he been the super champion at some point? Because I know he's won a lot of regular titles.
WBA
Two-time.
Super.
Yeah, he's
super champ, not regular champ. No, I think he won the regular champ.
2-time.
No, he became.
He was elevated because of Devin.
130 and 135.
And yes, and then he lost the belt on the scale, and then he won the IBF.
That's the IBF he lost.
Right.
Right,
Vice versa. Yes, he lost the IBF on the scale, and he won the WBA, and then it went up, and then Devin vacated the last part. On the day he fought Frank the Ghost Martin, he was elevated to super status. I don't know how that happened, but that's what happened.
He got emailed.
Hey. I'm not here. I don't work for the organization. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. I'm just telling you what happened. And Ty's correcting me on the rotation. Thank you, Ty.
Yeah, it was funny how that happened, right?
It's wild that we've never seen him like actually do anything more prestigious besides be a ticket seller, right? So and he's in a position where now he wants to leave. So, you know what? I would have loved to see that Lomachenko fight, even if it's a little old. I would have loved to see that Shakur fight, but we're not going to get those fights. He's not going to take these tough fights. We respectfully, we didn't even want Roach. Like, that was you bringing up a guy from 130 up. Like, this is wild. Like, there's champions literally right in your hood, and you want to go to another hood and bring a guy from over there that you got beef with from the amateurs. Man,
I only got one pushback for that. Can we really like get mad at Tank if that's the WBA rules? They shouldn't have
What?
allowed him to. They
Yeah,
shouldn't
the
allow him to
WBA,
fight the
they
two
shouldn't have
champions for
approved that.
130.
Yeah, they're fucking foolish.
They're
What are you
foolish for
talking about?
approving it, guys. Okay, I get what you guys are saying. What they're saying is,
I don't.
I'm gonna explain. What they're saying is that is it Tank's fault for taking the fight, or is it the WBA's fault for sanctioning the fight with Lamont Roach and allowing that to take place? Who's
Under
fault
their
is it?
Why would they
rules.
not? Why would they not? What's the issue?
To sanction that fight?
Yeah,
When he
what's
could
the
fight
issue?
other
They're only
people?
they're only 5 pounds apart. They're not going to say no. You've got the 130 champion for the WBA. He wants to contend at 135. They're not going to say no. I mean, we've seen
Well,
Billy
if
Joe
he's
do
not
that. Billy
moving
Joe was
up,
a champion. Billy Joe was a champion at one weight, and then he went up with the WBO, and then he dropped it and went up to 168 and contended for the 168 title and won it.
No, brother. Wait.
I
I
only
gotta
brought
give you
it up.
pushback. Wait. I
Billy
gotta clear
Joe.
something up. He just said some facts. We gotta clear up his facts. He
Yeah,
said Joe
clear it up.
Sanders went up with the WBO. WBO has that in their structure where you can challenge the existing champion.
Oh yeah, that's
That's
true.
a
Yeah,
rule.
I don't know if the BA has that rule.
BA doesn't
WBA has
have
that
that
rule.
rule.
They do?
WBA? Yes,
I
you
don't
do.
know.
Yes, they do.
No, they
Okay.
enforced the 12-pound rule. The rehydration.
Oh, you're talking
That
about
was the last thing I
rehydration.
heard. Yeah,
No,
that's
he's
all I
talking
heard
about.
about. I'm
No,
talking
he's
about
talking about the
moving
right
up.
to
WBA.
challenge.
Yeah.
Hector
Yeah,
Luis
the-
Garcia and Lamont Roach both fought Tank Davis under the same ruling under the WBA. If you hold their flagship belt, you are then allowed to challenge the guy in a weight above or below you.
That's
Okay.
crazy, man.
Okay.
The
So
BA
it's
got
within the so
all
it's
of
not
the
the
rules
BA's
fucked up.
problem. Yeah, that's a Tank issue.
No,
Tank
it
is
is.
Tank's problem. You let a guy from 130 come up. You let a guy we don't care about. There wasn't
Right.
enough beef there. You got
Correct.
beef in your area. We want you to fight the Keishans, the Lomachenkos, the Cambosos. We want you to fight them guys that are either top 10 or they got belts too. That's what we wanted. And you negated all that for Lamont Roach. No.
Yeah.
But
No.
Kevin,
Yeah.
this is why I
No.
say it's not a Tank problem. Like the WBO, when that man come up and knock on your door, you can't tell him no.
He didn't go up.
Yeah.
He is a champion at 130.
Yeah.
He's
Yo,
now
Ty.
going to
He
135.
he
Ty,
went up to 135 to fight Tank. What are we talking about?
Yo,
But-
where's he?
Kevin.
That's
Kevin,
the
but
reason
you're-
why
Kevin, you're
the
Lamont
BA
Roach.
is not.
You get offered the most money. You're gonna say no to fight Tank?
No,
All
Of
right,
course
then.
not.
That's what Ty's
but
saying.
it is Tank's problem. It is absolutely Tank's problem. Tank is
Yeah.
responsible for this because he pushed for the fight. He pushed for the fight. Why would you take this fight? Are you saying this was the biggest money fight on the table, Ty, or round one? Edwin,
Kevin,
is
I
this
get what you're
really?
saying. If we talking about them
No.
talking behind
Wasn't-
closed
wasn't
So
doors.
what are we talking about money for?
No.
So that's what I'm saying. It didn't make sense financially. It didn't make sense
Right.
prestigiously. Why did we take the fight? Oh, because we want our
Wait,
homeboy who's
wait.
from the area to get
Maybe
paid.
maybe the tank
That's what
bag
we
is
want.
not that big though.
That's what we want.
Maybe the tank bag is not that big
No,
because
secretly
talk
these
about
dudes
it.
is friends.
because
Wait,
Lamont
Ryan,
Roach
let-
said he said when he saw
No.
the number he wasn't like shocked. He wasn't blown away. He said,
Right.
Secretly, these
You know?
dudes is friends. They're friends, and Tank is trying to hook his buddy up with some money. That's what it was. They're from the DMV area.
Well,
That's what it
let's
was.
check
I
out.
mean,
Let's
yeah, it
let's
could be.
let's.
That's
But
why
explain
Shakur
Hector
and
Luis
Keyshawn won't
Garcia.
fight. That's why
Right.
Shakur and Keyshawn won't fight because they're Xbox buddies. They play
Yeah,
Call
they
of
Call
Duty.
of Duty buddies. You
But
right?
Kevin-
They're
Call of
Call of
Duty
Duty
buddies.
dudes.
Is
Well,
Hector
check it out.
Tank friend?
Yeah. So check it out. Let's
don't
go
know.
back in time a little bit, right? Doing Tank situation. Let's remember that Tank was coming off that case. He was still on the bracelet. He went out to the Olympics. He was. There were talks about him fighting Shakur. When he got back, the Shakur and his conversation ended, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, enters Lamont Roach. And I was like, where the fuck did Lamont Roach come out of the equation?
Right.
And then all of a sudden, kudos to Lamont Roach for putting on one of the best performances he ever, could, right? And I try to explain to fans that the reason why I truly believe Lamont Roach looked that good against Tank is because they used to be sparring partners. He knows Tank Davis's mannerisms. He knows things about Tank Davis. And when you spar with a guy enough, you'll know him and you'll be that much familiar. I said, if you think that all the other guys in the division are going to do that to Tank, you guys are sadly mistaken. Just Lamont Roach was very familiar with him. So, you know, in that sense, cool. But my man over here, down here, Kevin is right. We never asked for this smoke. Tank had mad beef. He had a lot of shit to answer. And we shouldn't be in this
Yeah.
situation. And why are we in this situation? Because of him.
Yeah, he's the
Because of
A
him.
sign. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
that's
you
true.
know?
That's why I stopped like believing in Tank in the sense of like he gonna fight those fights. I was like, nah, he not, man, because he not interested in winning belts. So
Yeah. No, 100%. Guys, I'm gonna cut out. It has been a pleasure. Love seeing you guys on
All
TBV.
right.
Round one,
yo,
finally. I
man,
saw you.
let the
Yo,
people
round
know.
one. Edwin,
Oh shoot, my bad. My
that
bad,
bag
yo.
work is. Where's he at?
Go ahead.
Oh yeah. What you want me to say, Ryan?
Man, just let the people know where they can find you, bro.
Oh yeah. On X at Capital with Kev Find me. I am a commentator for IBH USA, which is a platform. If you've not heard about us, you will. So make sure that you get with us on X at iBoxing Hub and at Capital with Kev live commentary. And you know, I'll be here for you guys. So appreciate the
Absolutely.
time.
I'm going to subscribe
Edwin,
to you,
that
bro.
bag work is nasty, bro. That bag work is
Thanks.
nasty.
Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
bag right there.
Thanks.
What do you
We
mean
gotta get
nasty?
back. That it was
Good or
good. Like it
bad?
was snapping. Yeah, he was
Oh,
cracking the
okay.
bag.
All
Yeah,
right.
it was snapping.
I ain't seen it yet, Edwin. I've been
We
hearing
We ain't
about it
seen your
though.
Ryan. We ain't seen your bag work yet either. We
Oh
we
shoot.
need
Y'all
that.
gonna
right,
make
We
me
need
go in
that
the
bag
gym?
work.
All right.
Yeah.
You know, I'm getting back in shape, guys. I done lost like 16 pounds. I'm actually looking
Okay.
to
Bless,
go
man.
professional.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
man.
what's
That's
up.
good. That's good, man.
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
to Kev,
If not,
man. Thanks for coming through, bro.
absolutely
Really
appreciate you
appreciate it.
guys. Look
Anytime,
forward to seeing you
dog.
guys again.
Anytime.
Absolutely. Thank you
Absolutely,
guys. You
man.
guys have a good night, okay?
You too,
Take
bro.
care. See you guys.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Oh shoot, my
Having
bad.
me on. Thanks for
My
having
bad,
me
Edwin.
on.
My bad.
I'm gonna step off anyway because wifey's calling me over here. I gotta go squeeze her butt. So anyway, guys, listen. Love you guys. Always love talk boxing. I'm Ty. What's up, brother? And I'll see you guys on the next one.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Edwin.
Right. Yep.
All right, Evan.
Yo. Shout out, man. Why is this doing this? Keeps kicking me out. Yeah, man. What you think about Darius Fulghum? Yo, he took that loss, but I thought he lost a fight in that last round. Was it last round? No, 11th round when he got dropped, bro.
I wasn't expecting that. It was
Yo,
more
Bek the
like
Bully.
no moments.
Yo, honestly, that's exactly what it was, man. I was like, yo, the fight's close. He can still squeak it out, and then he gets dropped.
Yeah, I know. If you had a parlay with him, you was punching the air.
I definitely did. Had him and Plant. They both let me down.
The Plant downfall needs to be studied.
Yo, they both let me down, man. But Darius Fulghum, like, I felt like he was getting tagged too easily. Like I don't know why he wasn't moving his head more, but yo, they tried to bully the bully. They were walking back down.
I'm
Beck was
interested to know what the
piecing.
game plan was, and like what was the alternate.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Badger One. He said, "Who you got, Keyshawn or De Los Santos?" We got Keyshawn, man. As long as it lasts.
Dominicans don't win big fights unless your name Puyo.
Yeah, Puyo is kind of the exception because he's been on a tear.
He a big fish in a little pond when you really look at it. I didn't realize his body metrics until I actually got to see him.
Oh yeah,
He a little bigger than what they got him listed.
dang man. Shout out to my guy Toledo Treese in the building. He said, "What do you want to see next for Darius Fulghum?" Yo, I don't know. Maybe Lester Martinez. That'd be a good fight. I think you need a building fight though. But we can't throw Darius away, man. He's actually a good fighter.
We need a good rebound fight for him. I don't want to put him in front of Lester. and see him get chopped up.
Yeah, Lester. Yeah, that might be too dangerous right now.
Because that was a confidence killer right there.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some other guy. Maybe that Callum Simpson guy that's fighting tomorrow. Maybe him. He's number 8 in the BA.
That sound off a name recognition. Yeah, give him a Liam or a Callum.
Mm-hmm.
Steve
I don't
Nelson?
really know.
No.
Steve Nelson?
Nah, don't do that to him.
Nah. Off the layoff? Why not?
That's one of those dudes that's going to pack that lunch for you.
Yo, you say, yeah, it'd be a tough fight. Hey, man, baby.
That's one of those savvy veterans that, yeah, he not a jobber, but he definitely not a gatekeeper. He might put some hands on you, and you got to come there to fight. I'm not sure if he's going to be all there after his last fight.
Damn, yo, Steven Nelson ranked ahead of him on BoxRec. That's crazy.
Word?
Okay. Yeah. What about? Oh, nah. See, like, damn, Beck was a step up for him for real.
Has he fought since fighting Pacheco?
Steven Nelson? Nah.
So
Nah,
he
he
gave him a
hasn't.
rough fight until he was cut.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But he's been out for almost a year, man.
It seemed like
Maybe
he always on a layoff.
Bruno Saras, maybe? Yo. Bruno Saras, he got that one loss to Jaime. That's about to get wiped out, yo. He about to be an undefeated fighter again.
I actually want to see Brunello do something.
Maybe Bruno Saras or maybe my guy Shaquille Finn up in Canada here. He gave Eric Bazinian a tough fight.
Mm-hmm. Give him Berlanga.
Yo, I don't know about that, man.
Brunello was started too.
Had bad defense. Yep, fights in straight lines. Yeah, he too flat-footed, and he got some work to do. Nah, I liked him, man, but yeah, he was like right in front of Beck too, like just way too long, bro. Did a Darius Fulghum versus Steven Nelson. That's what Tree said. Yeah, he liked that. Adams setting the example. I feel like this De Los Santos' last opportunity, so he has to come and fight. Or sorry, Adames. Sorry, setting the example
for the Dominicans.
Yeah, Carlos Adames. Yeah, man. Him and Puyo. They the only ones. Shoot, if he moves up to 68, then there's your Puerto Rico versus Dominican.
Berlanga don't want them problems.
Yeah, he don't want that. Salute just 2 in the building. My man Badger 1. Sorry, but I didn't give you horns. And yo, for everybody who is a member, man, I got a little giveaway going on. All you got to do is join the member. $1 for the month. We got the Wilder glove signed by Deontay Wilder. We'll be giving that away to one person. And then we also got Mr. Taz, man. DHP, Devin Haney glove. Signed gloves. You know, 2 lucky members gonna win some gloves. So shout out to all the members. Really appreciate y'all, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, look at this guy.
Y'all stars. But nah, man. I'd like to see Darius good fighter. I think he's a good fighter. I just think he had a bad game plan, man. I don't know what they were trying to do. I don't know
with Darius.
Yeah.
Sometimes it makes me wonder, like I was talking with the plant thing. What was the A plan? What was the B? Like, what was the adjustment? What were they trying to do scheme wise in that fight?
Right. Nah, that's yeah. The Caleb Plant fight was definitely a nice shocker for sure, man. I did not expect that.
And it looks worse on the watch back. It almost felt like I was nitpicking when I was sitting there pointing out some of the imperfections of how he was trying to defend himself using whatever variation of the Philly shell that Breadman had him using.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever want to see somebody trying to use the Philly shell walking backwards. You're going to get pieced up.
Yeah. Yeah. I never understood that either. Like, I don't know. I just felt like Caleb was not himself at all, man. That was wild. What do you think about Yo-Yo Hernandez, man? He beat the brakes off Chiron, and I was picking Chiron to win the fight just based off Chiron beating Elijah Garcia, going in tough with David Benavidez.
So you ain't no ball.
But this dude, man, Yo-Yo, man, he definitely looking like one of those ones, bro. That's for sure. With
Yo-Yo, it doesn't matter who he's fighting. It's like his intangibles jump off the screen.
Yeah. Salute Doc in the building.
What up, brethren?
What's good? What's good? Yeah, what were you saying, Ty?
Oh, I was saying my brother.
I'm trying to make sure I don't have y'all echoing. My fault.
Oh yeah.
I'm not echoing for y'all, am I?
Nah, you straight.
Okay.
Yeah, you straight.
Yes, sir, man. Good to see y'all boys, man. What's popping?
Yeah, man. We talking about Yo-Yo Hernandez now.
Man, he looked good, man. Yo-Yo Diablo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he looked good, man, against Chiron Davis, man.
He's setting the precedence for this new age wave of Cuban boxers.
Mm-hmm.
Look, we can use our feet, we can move around, we can be technical, but we gonna put hands on you.
Yeah, that's a fact. I thought he looked real good, man. I actually I picked him to going in, but Chiron Davis is a good fighter. He's been in there with David Benavidez, and he upset Elijah Garcia. I think it was split decision.
Yep,
victory. So that's a good win for Yo-Yo Diablo, man. Look good too.
Yeah. I think he's ranked number 1 in the BA, but he said he's not fighting Lara. He's not gonna do that. So
Lara gonna pass that torch.
Yeah, true. Yep.
I hope so, man.
He about what? 40, 41, 42?
Yeah, he's up there.
I mean, probably like 53.
Yo, he is up there.
He about to pull that triple G move.
You feel me? Mm-hmm. He been looking good though, man. Lara. So hopefully, I don't know, man. I want some unifications at 160, man, between him and Bronco. I know. Well, Bronco said that he wouldn't fight Lara. Costa Diamond said he wouldn't fight Lara too. Yeah, he said that. It was I can't remember. It was a conversation on Twitter. He was like, "Yeah, I wouldn't want to fight Lara," but he said he wants Jendebek and the other guys. Well, I mean, Jendebek's only champion, but only other champion. So it was Lara, Jendebek, and Adames, right? Yeah, because Jendebek is the WBO and the IBF, right?
Yeah, Jendebek got 2 of them things.
Yeah. So he said that he would prefer not to fight Lara. He said he always looked up to Lara. So I respect that though.
Man,
that's a sentiment for a lot of guys. That's how the guys felt at 54 with him. The Charlo twins.
Yeah, you're right. EJ.
Everybody looked up to Lara.
Facts. I'm not mad at it, man. I'm not mad at that.
Nah, fuck that, man. Kobe was trying to kill Mike. Kobe was trying to kill Mike, bro. Kobe was really in the All-Star game trying to outdo Mike, bro.
That's a fact. He was. That's a piece, Kobe, man. Hey, yo.
Tell these old guys, hey, you got to move off that belt, bro.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get this strap. Like,
I'm telling you.
Nah, I respect it, but I'm like, man, Lara, like, you're not really fighting, so you kind of holding the division up, bro. But we'll see, man. We'll see. 160.
Wait. Was Danny Garcia the last time he fought, or?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Shout out to Heavy Bag TV. What's going on, brother?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Thomas Hill in the building. Yeah, man. He's like Troy Ozzy said he won a belt, so he gonna fight somebody soon.
Oh yeah, Troy Isley, yes sir. Hey, shout out to my guy Thomas Hill. What's good, brethren?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Troy Isley, man. Last time he was out, he fought the one dude named Hercules or something, right? I think so. That's his last fight.
The white dude.
Yeah, that was a pretty good fight.
Yeah, I'm not sure who he's fighting on Saturday. But Top Rank, they moving him slowly.
Yeah.
Especially compared to Keyshawn. Like, they came out the same time, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Well,
I think he
Keyshawn
might
won
have
the
had Troy
medal.
longer.
Oh, really? Maybe.
Because Troy was on the undercard with damn it. What's the Puerto Rican kid's name at 54 again? Xander.
Xander Zayas.
They were all on Shakur's card when he fought Jermall Charlo in Atlanta. They all worked in camp together too.
Yeah, he fighting some guy from Brazil. I ain't never heard of this dude.
Speaking of being in camp, I'm gonna correct it tomorrow. But I made a mistake, man. I done put steroids on Josh Kelly. Remember when I was like, what's those dudes that came for the same camp in England? I thought about it after I got off. I was like, no, I didn't mean Josh Kelly. I meant to say Felix Cash. I confused Felix Cash with Josh Kelly because Felix Cash, Conor Ben, and some other dude with Craig Spider Richards, and 3 of the 4 of them in that picture were 30 for PEDs. I actually put Josh Kelly. I put Josh Kelly in that group. You just remind me of the camps. My fault.
Toledo Tree said, "Is your boy Stephen Butler still at 60?" Nah, he's moving up to fight Eric Bazinian at 68. Actually,
Bazinian, hey,
yeah, they got that fight in June on the Christian and Billy undercard.
Okay,
and my boy Ricardo Brown about to shock the world and beat the shit out of Arsenbek. We coming to stop that boy.
Oh, he's fighting Arslanbek Makhmadov, that guy.
Yep. We fighting him.
Oh yeah, that's a good that'd be a good resume. That's a good name on your resume if you could beat him.
Hell yeah, stop his ass. Big old.
Did he fight since losing to Guido Vianello, or this will be his first fight since then?
Nah, this be his first fight back. Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to DC3. Said, what's up, family? Caleb. I don't know. What do you say? I'm done. Don't have gas tank? Yeah, man. We know Caleb Plant's gas tank is terrible, bro. We know that, yo. But hey, it was more than the gas tank that day, yo.
I don't
know what was going on.
Reséndiz was on his head top, man. Y'all get off my boy Caleb, man. Get off my boy Sweet Hands, man. It was a bad night, man. It was a bad night.
Shout out to DC3 though, bro.
I want my chips with the dip. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips.
That's funny, man.
Yeah, man. I think Caleb, man. Y'all think he gonna fire Bread man? I think.
Bro, what was up with the comments he made afterwards, bro? Breadman was wild.
He was moving.
Breadman kind of threw him under the bus and backed
I'm telling you. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's a good pairing. You know, hey, shout out to my boy Ty. Ty was making some good points today, but I say stick with him, man. But the comments after the fight, post fight, were crazy from Brett, man. I don't know what I don't know what he thought he was at the barbershop or what, but he was going in, bro. I was like, come on, bro.
Real.
You keep it a little too real, but
yeah, man. He must have forgot there was cameras, microphones.
No, that wasn't barbershop talk. He was out there hating.
Yeah, even borderline hate. Yeah, I agree.
I was like, damn, Brad, like you couldn't say that for the locker room, bro.
You feel me? Yeah, I don't know, man. I was like, wow.
You seen how he was giving it up in the corner?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'm about to watch it again because you know what I was calling that fight, so I don't listen to the commentary, so I did not hear it until Ty told me. So I'm about to go back and watch it while I lay down and go to sleep. I'm gonna have it on because I didn't hear Brett Man talk about gold.
Yeah.
Bro,
I understand.
Nah, man, yo, Brett Man was wild.
Hey. I didn't get it, man. He should have just told that man, yo, you losing, you need a knockout. Like,
yeah.
I don't know
like
what he's trying to do.
I'm gonna give him another chance. You know, I don't really give up on fighters anyway, but I do think not making an excuse, you know, but he was asked post fight about his right hand, you know, and I was saying that during the fight. I'm like, bro, why is he so reluctant to throw his right hand? And you know, he said that it was compromised a little bit. So once again, I'm not saying he was saying that as an excuse, and I'm not giving him an excuse either because Reséndiz did this thing, but that does give me some type of confidence to see that he could potentially have something to to improve upon next fight. You know, so
Yeah.
So I don't think it's over with. Now, if he messes around and gets mollywopped again, then there's gonna be some trouble. But I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna withhold judgment. You know, we'll see what he does.
Hey Doc, who taught
Yes,
your
sir.
boy how to clinch?
Bro, you know they don't teach. You know nobody clinch these days, man. They don't know how to clinch, man. You know that, man.
He was diving at his waist.
Yes,
like,
bro.
how you trying to wrap him up? His arms are still free.
You had to get pieced up.
Yes, again, bing, bing, bing. Bro, I don't know, but yeah, Caleb was looking bad in a lot of spots, so I'm not gonna lie, man. Oh boy, it was looking a little rough, but
yeah, Reséndiz knew, man. He knew what to do.
Shout out to Armando Reséndiz. Yep, Jose Armando Reséndiz did his thing, man. And like I said, I like it on 2 counts, man. You know, 1 count, I like it because it's an upset. I feel like upsets keep the sport healthy, man. You know, in my opinion, that's the biggest upset this year so far. And then on the other count is like Reséndiz already had 2 losses. You know, he lost to a gentleman named Marcos Hernandez, if I'm not mistaken. He was like 14-4 when he lost to him. So he was a guy that was under the radar, you know, and a low profile guy. And then he got stopped by Elijah Garcia, if I'm not mistaken. So, and his best win to this point was probably an older, declined Jared Swift Hurd. So I think that a lot of people counted him out, you know, including, you know, everybody did, right? They were talking about this card was whack because Charlo and Plant should be fighting each other. They should be fighting tune-ups. But it's like, bro, no, I don't care how it looks on paper, how it looks in our mind. They still got to fight, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Armando Reséndiz. I think it was an upset, so that's good. And then he gives hope to, not really hope, but like he reminds us that you can have 2 losses and still shake something, right? Like you can have a loss here or there, still shake something, still be dangerous, still be a live dog in the fight. So we got to stop counting these fighters out, man. Give them an opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to put on. So shout out to Reséndiz. As much as I hate it to be against my boy Caleb, you know, but it's still I ain't letting the best man win. And Reséndiz was definitely for sure the best man last night.
Shout out to Heavy Bag TV. He said sweet hugs. I guess he means hands. Might be washed. Yeah. Might be. They're not sure if he can beat someone of the new 68 dogs. Gatekeeper status activated. Oh shit. Don't call him a gatekeeper, man, already.
He not wrong for that claim.
Hey, DC3 with the $2 super chat. He said we need Boo Boo Andrade in the mix at 168. Nah, we do, brother. We do, man.
I want my chips with the dip. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips.
Appreciate you, DC3. Yeah, man. We do need Andrade. I'm surprised people ain't talking about him, man. He's another player too, but he ain't getting no fights. Crazy.
Man, I don't know, man. I like to see Boo Boo do something, but I don't know, man. I can't call Plant a gatekeeper off of 1 bad L. You know, this is what his 3rd loss, right?
Yeah.
The other 2 came to the face of boxing on Cinnamon. You know what I'm saying? My boy, ain't no shame in that. And then Dave Benavidez, still undefeated to this day. He just beat Dave Morrell, beat Alexander Vazdik, a former champion, on his debut. So this is his first bad loss. You know what I'm talking about? And he's a former champion, an IBF champion. Caleb Plant been involved in the undisputed fight. So I'm not gonna diminish somebody to a gatekeeper status off of 1 L. I don't care how bad it is. You know? Now if he does it again, I get it, but that's the thing, man. In my opinion, my personal opinion, I feel like we be too ready to write people off, man. Ain't like he had a string of L's, and now he looked bad. Don't get me wrong, he looked bad. So if you're going off how he looked, I'm cool with that. Yeah. But if we talk about the totality of his career, the personnel on it, from Jose Uzcategui, hell, him beating the freaking Subway commercial guy, Mike Lee. I think he was undefeated, former Olympian at the time. You know what I'm saying? It's like this man's accomplished, man. Anthony Durrell. So I can't write somebody off for 1 L. Now if he has a couple bad L's, yeah, but it's the first time he lost to somebody that we thought he should win easily, you know. So yeah, I can't write.
I know, man. It's like you said, upsets in boxing are good too, because it adds new players into the game. So Reséndiz gonna get another shot. You know, it sounds like they had a rematch clause. So
yeah, yep.
Yeah, and that's 68. Scared of Boo Boo? Oh, you think so, DC3?
Shout out to Boo Boo. Shout out to Boo Boo Andre.
Is that gumbo?
Then he's a gatekeeper. You can't see him becoming a champ. He's a gatekeeper. I don't know, man. Some dudes just don't get over the hill again. But they be out here slaying all these young dudes like Bacoli.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't think it's. I said this is my personal opinion. I don't think it's champion or bust. You know what I'm saying? That to me, that's kind of what that's saying. Like, there's room for contenders, there's room for gatekeepers, there's room for mediocre fighters. You know what I'm saying? Pedestrian fighters. I don't think that they're. I mean, I don't know, because I can see. I mean, who saw Rolly Romero becoming a champion again? Who saw Reséndiz beating Caleb Plant? You know what I'm saying? And being, what's he, an interim champion now, if I'm not mistaken? You see what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, who can see it? Of course, I don't. Canelo has all the belts. I don't see Caleb Plant beating Canelo again. So that's the only way he'll be a champion again right now in the current state of 168. But let's say Canelo leaves. Can I not see Caleb Plant becoming a champion? Absolutely, I could. Why not? I mean, who's the field? Diego Pacheco, Christian and Billy. No disrespect to them, they're good, but I don't think it's far fetched to think that Caleb Plant could potentially beat them. If I'm not mistaken, and Billy's like number one, the WBO. So if he fights somebody, and let's say Canelo does vacate, then that'd be for a title fight. Can we not see Caleb Plant potentially beating Pacheco or Billy? Like, I mean, right now, no. Of the past 2 days, but I'm saying, like, but I think who has a resume advantage, who shared the ring with better personnel, it'll be Caleb Plant. In fact, I think that he's probably, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ty or Ryan, who would you say has a better, been in there with stronger opposition at 168 besides Canelo? It'll probably be Caleb Plant, right?
Caleb Plant. That's why I had no having this
what are we doing, man?
versus Plant debate.
Right.
I had no issues with it because he already been tested.
Come on now. Edgar Berlanga has an L. Well, he lost. Caleb Plant has an L to the same person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Jermall Charlo is just bouncing back. Diego Pacheco, Christian and Billy. Who was Diego Pacheco's best win? Maybe Steven Nelson. That was a good win.
Yeah, Steven Nelson.
And Matias Sulecki, that's a veteran. He was the first person to stop him, but that wasn't his first loss. So it's like, and then Christian and Billy's best win was he skated by Sergey Jervonta. They both injured themselves. Mm-hmm. But other than that, who was it? Like, what was a dude named Roland something? I can't remember his name. Roland something that Christian Billy beat. So yeah. Ozzy Iglesias, I think he has 12 fights. Yeah, what are we doing, man? Caleb Plant's still a top guy at 168, man.
Yeah, he does have one. He's 13.
What are we doing, man?
He really only one fight away.
Martinez.
Right, one fight away, bro. What are we doing, man?
Like, in the scenario you gave, let's say, no matter the outcome of Bud and Canelo, they take them belts and throw them into the air like Dragon Balls. Them shit scattered. all Caleb Plant has to do is beat Reséndiz.
Come on now. All he has to do is beat Reséndiz. That's a fact.
They're champion by default.
That's a fact.
Yeah, they gonna get elevated.
Come on now. This is boxing, man. We know what time it is, man. We know what
nasty
time it is,
work.
Man.
WBA nasty work.
Come on now.
Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I think Plant could bounce back, man. We're gonna see that Charlo fight.
Yeah, I think it bounced. Now, like I said, I think what Ty said to the other gentleman that was up here, I think what Ty said was very pertinent. And I think when he was like, he cashed that. Super chatted. What'd you say again, Ty? You said something like, if you're saying Caleb Plant may not be good right now, that might be true. But to say he hasn't fought anybody is, or he doesn't have a good resume is crazy. Yeah, that's right. He said, Plant's resume is better than Berlanga's, but Plant might not be currently better than Edgar. Yeah, I agree with that. Edgar might be Caleb Plant right now, but don't get it twisted. Caleb Plant got a much better resume than Edgar Berlanga. That's not even a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Outside of your own personal allegiances. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a crazy conversation, bro.
Yeah.
Being a champion for his belt and a guy that only fought for a belt once and lost.
Come on now.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah, not even close. That's not even. Now, if you want to say, recency bias, with Caleb Plant losing, he looked bad against Reséndiz. I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? But to argue who has a better resume, come on, dog.
Badger one, he said Caleb's taking too much damage his last 5 fights. Last 5 fights? I don't know about all that.
We're like last 2, maybe.
Yeah, I would say.
Hey, McCumbee tossed everything but his salad. I ain't gonna lie, he was tossing.
McCumbee was.
McCumbee was tossing.
Hey, yo.
Pause. We gonna pause that. But I'm just saying he was tossing everything. But I think now, my personal opinion, again, I thought, let me know what you think about this, Ryan. I know how Ty feels. We talked about this. I think that if McCumbee had a bigger name, Trevor McCumbee, I thought that would have got performance of the year, man. That was some real time adaptation that Caleb Plant did with him and his father and his coach, his trainer Brenman. So I was impressed by that win. It's just that Of course, you're not gonna get the attention because nobody really knows Macumbi. You know, even though he's an undefeated fighter at the time, it's still like, okay, who was Macumbi? So, but man, that was a great performance. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Well, if Pacheco goes in here and gets dropped a couple times, then you're gonna look at that fight and be like, damn.
Yeah, facts. Oh yeah, if Pacheco, I got Pacheco winning as well. So if Pacheco make that Macumbi look like easy money, boy.
Hey,
that's gonna be crazy.
We look at that plan and be like, damn, bro, why you ain't do Macumbi like Pacheco did? Like,
I agree.
Maybe you are just taking a step back.
I agree with that.
Said Macumbi the dog, Benavidez, Canelo, Caleb, Usilenki. Those are the people he fought.
Oh, Jose Uzcategui. He's talking about Uzcategui.
Oh, okay.
Anthony Durrell too.
Yeah, Durrell. I thought Durrell was in there. Yeah.
Jermall ain't knock out Selecki, so is that an indictment on him?
Talk to him, Ty.
Jamal ain't knock out a small ass Benavidez Jr. That shit was crazy to me.
Hey, chill, man. My boy tough now, man. He got shot, bro. Chill out, man. My boy got smacked. Hey, he got slapped. Come on, man. My boy Jose tough, man. Get off my boy Jose Benavidez Jr., man. Ain't too much shame in not stopping him, man. He tough, man.
Damn. Crawford stopped him though.
But... Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Crawford definitely stopped him. Well, he stopped him like the 12th too, the final round, right? Or 11. 12,
Crawford, yo, they came to the press conference like
school bus. Yo, I want a bomb clot you want. Yo, you're right here, no manners. Me just check, we don't have that. Sure.
Yo, bro. Shout out to those dudes, bro.
That's that right. Funny, bro. Yeah. That's funny, man.
That's the restaurant I gotta go to.
Yeah, man. Them dudes is hilarious. But yeah, fellas, I'm gonna call it, man.
All right, brother.
Gotta work.
Appreciate you having me on, man.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Yo, Doc, let them know where they can find you, bro.
Oh man, appreciate it, man. Dr. Boxer Talk on YouTube, man. You know, I'm most socials, so come tap it with me, man. We go live Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then we pop up again for the late show at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, man. So come rock with us. Go live daily, drop videos all the time, man. So shout out to my guy Ryan Boxer Talk up north, man, aka Big North. Let me on here, man. Chop it up with him and Ty. So I appreciate that, bro.
Yes, sir. What up, Ty? Any last words?
Yeah, it's your boy, your baby mom's favorite midnight snack. You can find me in the gym to get that good work.
You crazy, bro.
Man, crazy, bro. Yes, sir. Man. Appreciate you, Brendan.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you guys coming through, man. As always, man. We got another good show, y'all. Another good show. Shout out to the fellas for coming through. Shout out to everybody for tuning in, man. Got a lot of new people in the building. Hopefully, y'all subscribe to the channel. Check me out. Next time we're going live is Thursday, man. Thursday night. We'll have Joseph Brown. He signed the TMT. He'll be on here. We'll talk to him about, what's new with him and what's going on. And yeah, man, if y'all didn't get to see it earlier, I got a giveaway going on for all of June. I'm going to give away 2 signed gloves. All you got to do is be a member on YouTube. $1 to be a member. Join the membership. Your name's in the pot. And you can win yourself some gloves, man. We got 2 gloves. So we're going to have 2 winners. We got Deontay Wilder signed glove. Deontay Wilder. Still fresh in the pack. Then we got Devin Haney, man. DHP. If you're a Devin Haney fan, anybody who's a member right now, your name's in the pot. So anybody else who's joining up, we adding to the pot. Shout out y'all. Yeah, man. Yeah, Doc, you guys are in that one already, bro. I got y'all names in it for the whole month of June. Whoever becomes a member, just $1. That's all it costs. $1 to get in. And then yeah, man, your name will be in the pot. And at the end of the month, we'll raffle off the gloves. 2 winners. I'll send them out, man. I'll get in contact with everybody. And thank you for tuning in. James Tony, he couldn't join us. He had a death in the family. So my condolences with him and his family. I hope everything works out, man. You never want to get that call. And thanks for Captain Kev who pulled up on me. He's a Berlanga fan. You know, he's got his own channel. You go check him out. I think he dropped his info before he left. And sorry. Hopefully I can have him back on, man, again, and go jump on his channel, you know. I like chopping it up with different people, man. And shout out to y'all, man, for tuning in, showing love. Smash the like button. Like I said, join the members, man, to get into the raffle. You get exclusive stuff. You know, basically I'm gonna start dropping a lot of interviews on there. I do a lot of interviews on different platforms, so I'll bring them over and start posting them for the members before I release them out for the public, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. Smash the like button. We'll be back here Thursday night, same time, 9 p.m. We'll talk with Joseph Brown, man. TMT Prospect. Peace.
Yeah. What? I will slap you if you don't move this car. I'm gonna slap you. I'm gonna slap you.